Wahwe alarm ebeba beka ho. De yakra ne se ne ya kaso asemi ensensem bebre afri mu abai. Another one NDC amanyoko no so akwakoye press conference. Ama said the NDC eni abrea war fire say a free nakro all NDC supporters enya krado emfa bibia wo mo pe defend mo ho no eno na amankofo bebre munu ya omkutukum wo matikwa pai sense wey it can be a recipe for disaster. Why we MPP for apoma chede NDC for be defend wo mo ana NDC for apoma chede MPP for be defend wo mo ahwe ya na Ghana asem kese e na ye benene me do be call back to some research backgrounds efa de ya ba be do hanum say because after Ghana ye to about 2012 no be enim say ka Ghana ye koyanim so much so that ye may do this point again where NDC ni MPP the best any but it appears that after Kaswa de ya etu to course yi asem beba started bana ene ya mfa nya asem ene free bana sa na bedu Kaswa make us say ne asenwase ejadem yasin krofo ba sin krofo de krofo ba. You see every day bia ye can say wo share research a CDD for ye other political science lectures me ade ya easy omo mbase obi amfa nko registration center easy for mu wia abatom enwiemu basing of candidates basing of party supporters NDC ni MPP for mostly na CPP for ni PNC for enam hoyi ene era Kabila bekasa I think Mohammed Okuma say ono so monitor you will see clearly say CPP o PNC o hwan yo omo mbase obi anko baabi. The political violence ekoso ewo Ghana manyosem no if we NDC any MPP. Osha reporter Kodeo edi aba after registration centers na observation ekoso out to me say enema bebre enko yie na won say entokwa we a asha ase efri banasa aba ye friend saying kaso a na be pie ya hwe bibi ya the negative effects ebeba say de hia de se de fata ever elections on yanka o. In fact, Kodeo report no mostly about 70 to 75% of the registration centers on yemfa sanitizers ye do hu yen se fa nya adwuma back at was ye de adwuma enya adwuma. You see suddenly we have stopped talking about the importance of COVID and a yaka entokwa esi. Why? Because NDC ni MPP I started bi onana motia and mbeka say we will not tolerate the nonsense of NDC MPP na nkofo say oh Afia the words no hash say ya anya hash wo hu on NDC and MPP say ya na mbeko na the peace council aka say ma me ha wakumsi be ya wan kasa boko say the Carlos Ahin kra ye
okay FM
with dignity na wan kasa wa talk ata the akoma is excellency na nadam kokufado say adwuma wunye bio ene ya te say meeting cause wo Jubilee House crunch meeting yeah president Afia ya ma me ha wakumsi so amra. Now you see this is the time and kama Yabeka mass and but you see me there every day be I say bonny crime it is no respecter of oba na bema bonny ya bonny kum nipa ye nipa kum ubo obi asuma ya asumbo emfa so we oba na ye the description of emra on a crime our criminal act ni mu no at 29 amended one no e be anyone ma say obi oba o ya de we ye bonny obi obema but the point also remains say the eka wakumsin the aso wakotu to anya nyina no the woman has a right to self defense mama no she has a right to self defense. In fact na sami Jemfi asema all kind of na sami Jemfi say NDC for bia sorry na omu use any means possible any device and for defend omu na how wakumsin there o defend no anya ye ohu tio menjima no sibone I support the cause how wakumsin or resign I support it but the point remains say mama no what right to self defense. Sama be she bicycle won anim. Ma she motor e won in benkum. Na call no kwane ne car. No be anyone ma. Can she defend herself? Na so kuta license gun. Ne me put the whether is license or not because of minister. But I told the day na your warning kwa. Masa, onye hu whether the gun is licensed or not. You fire and defend yourself. Yati studio high ma abuwa bi mpei ana mo bi mmepi ha. No, we will run for our dear lives because at the point of death, and the about team kasia a self defense. Ntiawa kumsi were right to defend herself. But on one resigning for the fact say, adia or yeah, and the fact say, oh bodyguard the crane you. Why was the bodyguard not there? na ye information no ayi Monday your reporter settlement edi ba ne say na honorable dispatching bodyguard no to another registration center. Yeah, what we have to verify it. And yeah, the point is that we are minister, we are MP, we are on mine penny. Yeah, omaja every day bia me ka say any eti radio so. Yeah, told them obi to me did you atam ka bia so you are a public figure. Nonsense. We are public figure moja ni umu. We are public figure. Wo de only feelings so. It will be new atam no fa ne hu ni o. It is the woman has a right to self defense. How come she defending our rights to be defending her? But say oye minister. Now ko twetio. At you no option in the broad daylight. Nipakuo. And no na problem no. Enti say obi a twini tuo and nipa ohonom nyina obi aso o license gun. We twini we atwen. And obi a fire warning shorter. Na se bullet ni bi bounce back na eba enke be den. Enti ye nyina ye sintesu kokko bi obi enum. E de ejaiti fita. Sometimes having your way is not the best. It's not enough. Enti say we minister no susu dia edi susu no ye higher. Una akwaji poso. Una aso obey bo bra obey live according to a certain a friends a requirement. Enti as much as I am mame how akumsi I want right to self defense no. NDC for crying for say almost members a free necro. Wo baby na say be our registration. No be so about be bunkama for so use any means necessary to defend yourself. And the how akumsi also can use any means necessary to defend yourself. But the point remain, I like said yera Elvis Afia anka church ezemunu. Say oh, oma we mu obia wa ha. Ye nyina we are all under the law. Ye nyina ye wo mra na se. Entu nye NDC nye MPP unya about the law. In any case, it's na me hwe yera asami je fia asem okai na I find it a little bit worrying, especially ono oye lawyer no. Say obia ka so obi odemran obia defending no ho a. Na kagana say chaos besi. So obia ye de mra ne se wonya Ghana chaos besi. Chaos besi. Ghana mesi 2012 ye kwa abato. Ama abato na nko ye MPP force ye wiem. NDC force is a legitimate election. MPP nanado. Na nkofo bebresi na hey. Yenye demonstration. Order be die. And nanado say no. Onye. So he decided that obe follow the emrana kano. Into on come ranim no koya say options be wom. Obetime siki redress ana na odiko Supreme Court. And odiko Supreme Court. What you say? It's in another day Supreme Court. And we've had one of the beautiful first judgments in the history of Ghana. Ama Kenya and other countries, they are looking at us, clapping for us. After 2012 election verdict, especially time one, court to Nuka Seria and another bar Bontibeka so from Mahama. Or say congratulations. What we need elections on. Supreme Court so now a legitimately elected president. Now am I baby ebo and Samaye. Intia Bani saying, and a year then a cosi saying, I ne Ghana. Yeah, elections. You know, baby, oh. This is pre-election. Now, see the research so I say registration beyond and talk CSE. Why? NDC ni MPP. Why? We are asking why. And then I'm open. Munina and the Fourth Republic. Obia Babe Dibi. Rollins NDC 1. Rollins NDC 2. Kufuaba MPP 1. MPP 2. Professor Milsaba NDC and again first 3. Mahama about NDC 4. Nanado about MPP 3. What again? And the NDC near MPP mope. Eti Ghana fonte mukwana mo Ghana. Eti NDC near MPP mukwana mo followers ana. And I'm not doing any generalization. This is just not right. How akumsi ayabone. But NDC reaction to how akumsi asemno is also wrong. Peace Council asemno and the wasiafa. Or say ebeya how akumsi resign. On resign President Nanado Pamono. Just to serve as a lesson because there should be no justification why I cannot say any COVID-19 or their registration center. Why resign? Na yawa kumsi. And then the one yes call registration center keko. Wako fire gun. As much as we are entitled to a first self-defense. No, they also turn the post so. For the principle of equality, they also call na sem call. And MPP for this is the time where you need to clear your name. Clear your name. This is not the party I will say the democracy This is not the party. Obia ba no obia nim say under Fourth Republic there. NDC mom ana kan any said the president Mahama kan emre bi no. So obia nim baby NDC for free o. They came from revolution. Rolling the AFRC in ebaye. And better than PNDC. And better than NDC. They came from revolution. Obia nim NDC. Eti mo MPP for amuna mo say Mudi democracy naba. You are not the people to do this. And you better mamu say obi abe redefine no. Ebe ya obi anko nchi. Even NDC crowds will revolution mo na ba no. NDC so oye Democratic Congress, National Democratic Congress. And Ghana for ye nyina hu NDC call Fonka games a. Yeah, rough see wo we. Obi ambe condemn. We cannot all of a sudden begin to rationalize money. We cannot begin to rationalize money, and then we'll go to all the first registration centers and tokwesi or honom. Now, we will not allow NDC and MPP say, Omuyi Ghana for every the necessary things. Near me who here, except for see a canvas, which is that so far registration exercise here cost you nipa saying any register mo. Obia or Sefato Ghana and you register no ana. And then a party agent, according to a EFS saying, a Kodeo report from the Aba. Party agents for stopping call for from registering at registration centers without picking the challenge forms. Ebi na hawa kumsi ko yeye. Usu obi nya qualified da. Wo pick a first a challenge form. You fill it. No idea che. You go and defend why that person should not be captured. Enye tuo na okoto. But this is what a Kodeo report is showing. Meanwhile, ye benya botre ni agye no ho dabi o. Dabi. Ya shada ye obi bewu ewo bana. Somebody's son is dead. Obi bewu is bloody dead. Mutu wa ye NDC ni MPP. Asa abranti no wi obeba nkom. Na mu wie we nyina no. Mu wie akomufi akodi banku. Akomufi akodi fufuo. Mi wa obi ba na ewu no. Obi ba nkonya baby gina wa wie university. Oba be hwe ne maame ne nuanom ne wo fase for that person is dead. Is bloody dead. What why NDC ni MPP? Press conferences. Yi. How come see yesterday way? Enye tietia, enye tintin, enye gidi bia. By tomorrow morning, write a letter. Dear President Akufo-Addo, comma. Thank you for giving me the post, comma. I accepted the post, comma. Say full stop. We don't care. Just say that. Edumana odema we dear atrapo. We dear atrapo. I just say yes, why BBO. The police will continue to do the investigation. But the year ne fatan yanto aso ne yenye enya sa o ma we the year kono ho the year keka kono mi wa ye capture about 18.5 million people ye nu baby o. It's likely say by the time EC be registration about 15 million people would have been captured. Ye dey adwen be ko anu so no mom no ye gina na ye di nsehunu killing people, maiming people, and amoso boys and girls no amo de John kakra de be mama mu bedinti Gyaso said you are makogu gas one ma moya rough no. It is NDC and MPP that has to answer. And then asida kese nkoma him for work kaswa. Asida kese nkoma him for work kaswa. So I'm friend NDC ni MPP no matchu omanim. Omama omkra sign peace accord. But candidates akese mienu na. Omna kofa ntokwa emma mienu. This is a disgrace. It's a shame. It's a shame. 2 women are contesting. It's a shame. By now NDC should be marketing running mates. Running mate into me neutralizing by Omiao. What one more tonyum? More tonyum. By now, and cap Mamia by your press conference. Free SHS for your more exams. See, these are the challenges. These are the difficulties. Going into another election year. No, this is the vision of President Mahama. Say no, by who are we running mate? No, you must add votes to Mahama. One add vote to their Kofi Koda. Because Baomia this is what Baomia did. Baomia ba for 2000 and now Baomia ni swag. Oni swagger, oni charisma. And then look at what Baomia is doing for MPP. I was a NDC marketing mami. No yet the same for NDC. Me say party be over power. Ukuta 42%. Unim now I dey yourself party no. You are going to respond to your party full soldiers. Was so by yes dread. This is the mistake that MPP did in 2008. Our Muluzu elections. By the time when he bomb also no, not the neutrals, 18 to 19%. Oma to am NDC Professor Mills because Professor Mills was the more asumdweni. Me de me pa asumdwi, and me de me pa asumdwi and na Professor Mills. What do we need here? So if you are MPP, if you are NDC, makache enu abema sami jemfi asem way. You need to appeal to the neutrals. Dede bebre no amwa. Appeal to the neutrals. Yes sir. Now you see, and I have me. What they are trying NDC 2016 campaign NDC running here. NDC swear lessons bebre wom. One would have thought Senka this election NDC will pick all those lessons and go back to the drawing board. Ni enye edumano. And so NDC di agro. MPP for so mu di agro. Look at some of the mistakes MPP for here. And NDC, you capitalize on it. You are joking. You are playing. You are playing, oh. NDC is playing. MPP so they are sleeping. Sleeping. Until sit there. Now I'm taking elections for granted. Now very soon, Sanya 2020 election, 2024, we will punish NDC and MPP, eh? And yeah, we are 20. It's almost a done deal. This election, it's almost a done deal. 2024, we will punish Mumienu. Nagana no na. Very soon, we have to look for a third force. Third force, neighbor. Third force is coming. Third force is coming. Keep joking. Keep joking. This is the first saying summary of the CDD Kodeo report from the Aba. Almost about 3% of agents are stopping from registering. Imagine party agents stopping people from registering. Instead, say, I'm not going to pick nominate challenge forms. No. CDD report, no, a Kodea report is who say there's tension because people are bashing people. And easy, easy on your dad, you, Jemensa. What did Mammy at them? What is Shasia Charlotte say? Did you on my tema basic Jemensa so? CDD in Basubia. Messi afraid of Tiasia. Ya was a papa near Pebby because Danasi. Near Kojan to near Panicho. All the insults we ruined on him. All the insults, Obia Yabatomo is NDC and MPP. Monyam homework. And do your party agents for a jink for card. Or more contact info. Me, mammy, or much running number go actually. No more copy. Obiasumamo. And these are the things that yes, quite say. And can NDC here press conference, MPP here press conference, you play up some of these things. Play it up. Where the Mojai. And I'm okay, can say, ma. MY about to wemu. The violence in there is very important. See, Becca wants him. And this year press conference, or this or year press conference. MPP, we are waiting to hear from you. Yate Nana don't go. We are waiting to hear from you, Mr. President. Say, Mamano Pamuno, Sauber condemn you. We need to hear from you. MPP campaign chairman, Yera McMahon, we are waiting to hear from you. MPP chairman, Freddie Blade, and Yana Kokoto 127 cars. Talk about this. We need to hear from you. Police, IGP, we need to hear about it. The same way, how many people have been arrested? How many are courts? We need to hear about this. Minority women caucus in parliament. Talk. Yeah, they be area koka masama and a man and me say crime is no respect of gender. Crime any gender. Monka way, nani nyina yang hwasem. You see there's decline. Could they report in say uniform police officers or more registration, and this is what is starting the confusion. Oh. Uniform police officers or more registration centers, eh? They have declined from 79% at registration centers to 71%. 71%. This is an issue. I was here can't want them, but because of NDC near people for Mansunti, the idea about bedroom no. And I make us if you quote Assembly Yera Egbert Frederick Gabbard Foundation for a year after 2012 Ghana election petition. Now I must say one more great respect for Ghana. In fact, the report is captured. The portion of it is say the 2012 election petition and its aftermath brought to the fore critical election-related matters that merited the consideration of the Electoral Commission, political parties, civil society groups, and the Supreme Court. The call for electoral reforms are therefore very, very necessary. This is Frederick Gabbard and Omu praise Ghana no. And then the Ghana and the Yabo na Kenya for who you ambassador, Nigeria for who you ambassador, Ombaka so Ghana. We think say you people don't go past us. Ghana yenye 2016 another Okofu data research or 2012 and of course I trust that in the 2016 election after 2012 the any acquire anymore and also what GDS say you better do 2016 election no parliamentary elections and beyond and no political parties after losing election will turn to the undignified act of inciting violence but will rather emulate MPP and Nanado for allowing the law to take its course. Law no ye kwan say be take his course no Gyaso ni we say it as it is fire because about one ye kono say yankase etiri ho ye be yi ayibone yankase etiri ho so Ghana no nyina ye Ghana ya anya ama NDC ya anya ama MPP anyway ma good evening ni akwa aba Gyaso ewo okay 101.7 FM utu we follow yen ewo your social media handles na opa fire udidi atem dia menkan udidi atem menkan but you can fire and disagree or agree ninyina you have a choice. It's a democracy no you can go to party bia ope you can agree you can that is the beauty of democracy to obi one NDC enye crime obi one MPP enye crime obi one CPP enye crime yera Kabila or Gina say CPP general secretary enye crime. It's a choice The constitution allows it. So be anyone ma obeji obia e free ni sem. Eti follow okay page no. Okay 101.7 FM. Na ye fast asem ni nyina mro sa issues na e trend no. NDC calls for arrest of gangster Hawa Kumsi. NDC di amode amaya mame Hawa Kumsi no. So a gangster, just a leader of gang. No. Voter registration, police and army conniving with government to intimidate NDC supporters. NDC asem o kan yera every say free and say obekasa. That was our same way say when on lead press conference. Ojina NDC amenyoko nanim COVID-19 task force shut down 4 churches for failure to meet operational requirements. Is ya sorry for bear 9? Oma ni emrane so ye tu omu nyina mu enna sorry for because we enya atwom. Sasa banko for bi ni sokra enso omo ye close to omo down. About 140 MPs to be admitted into parliament chamber for mid-year budget presentation. Omo be ya mid-year budget presentation. Ya say half pe na be ko parliament. Omo maka nyina tina office hwedi TV so ye pe social distance e wo parliament. Obeka ya nei yera ayi Kennedy compare kwa Japan krase na ano ne birthday party. Obi a expose no wakwa isolation say no ho atono. Etu ono wa steady pa. Etu ono say wa hwe awonko odwene ne ho obehwe no TV so media review no so parliament bars media visitors for over COVID-19 supplementary budget on be no media fonko obi anko hwe TV so na report onti ase a utumi kwhyepo enne COVID na aba no ye ni normal times utumi konyina nkoye kakabensense na me media ni by force wa manko enya de obi ano ebe mo akọ baabia e wo honom sa asem no so koso is regrettable a minister is involved in voters register mayhem. Ghana Bar Association lawyer for nyina ekuo enekas ahmet say a whole minister ye voters register na ntokwa besia minister na yekobondi enkade bia yenim no eyenkofo omo ye boys ye ne girls ya wo mpebo ne edi ne ebo mu diniti ahmet say a whole minister ye boboni. The Ghana Bar Association they've spoken. Now this is the association with boss. Ghana Bar Association okuta boss. A revolution time a member nyina dane every say enwan ade wo mo boss ase wo mo na ntem kro mo hide no. Ghana Bar Association was fighting. They were fighting. Omo na eka say no. So we go with the Ghana Bar Association. Omo can EC registers 9.8 million voters so far. EC report omo de aba no so ko de report no ebo EC aba so so my ade so omo de we nyina eba ha okumsi firing gunshot is totally condemnable. Christian council so akase bi e dey say enye kra. Don't go to the registration center. Resolve your issues. EC and I catch politicians. Enko we are politicians yan suma o register ko vie koda. If you have proper monitoring system, the system should be able to work for you. Voter registration, EC officials close before 5 p.m. Could they report no part of it and nana or the abano? Where Gyaso producers on muteche papa. Yera Isaac also do me. Kojo Adamiado, Kojo Hansen and a frema we share to move Facebook near the enina and YouTube. Ya call my behu yenina yan SM. Yani have a free anchor. A director of elections. Emma NDC amenyoko no yane ne betwetwe nkobosanse and NDC ani abre. I sent your for shemu yan TMPP for nka which I was sent ko kasa yo ni omo so betwetwe nkomo yenu abeba Kabila run for general secretary for CPP. Obeba studio hanum say PNC amenyoko no so beba na fe Atik Mohammed enso monitor PNC adwuma wo Kumase no se asenwase asema yera muntaka mubra ka eka nyina no shada enya de ekoyie biasa enti ono so be my update from monitoring exercise ekoso ewo ne ho no ne ya se de ensem ni nyina ate na fe ni nyina ya de bro because we are live and ya de bro ewo Gyaso okay 101.7 FM emusem nyina betime follow ye na so wadi ekire e ma so de musem e de atodwa me yehu se de ensem no tie na ye ni kodoye fo be kasa ye ni aba roader e na kasa ma kodoye odwumeko na kodoye fo asem o ka ene se omunya observation bebre efa voters register no ehun sema e course na important so omu kirem e de che Ghana fo se de ba Ghana fo nyina behu abato na ye kono so far said the ATN kodoye for fantastic job ena womo aye ne free said introduce media course we womo aye adwuma na nya womo ena womo monitor niema enka baby e duro enka lot of things enka yenti ase oti ase womo na mutumi monitor no matimi ama ya te niema bebre ase ama ehun said ensem no ekoso ntu so join yen ya o questions o views o de abana ni nyina yetumi aka ama yakọ yenim pa Daniel osei Afia more fire enkoma yes awakumsi she has a right to adwuma na oye no ena nana dwuma o se asemo Ghana de the whole minister oko polygam also on the supporting minister because also defending ho and na someone or say if ya my friend what do you know ono so they can e dey akire obi ama so fire nipo na odie yo ye dey yetumi ho na ya o say tutu any Victoria eso o mo hwe na ya o abrochire Europe no ho a na hwe ne ye da say wo hwe o say vim o team fifre ya so AC no ntimi a mekuli me ho na nana kwame o say if you self defense with a gun seriously wait and I asem na Atik Mohammed general secretary for PNC was I executive secretary mass action committee or Kumase our monitor situation Atik and good evening.
Good evening.
Sao Atik.
Hello.
Bakwade.
Mo
mami Musa Kumase there because first and foremost NDC press conference one monitor said the NDC akacho mo member say the way aniama kona etuo toto abam no obi entumi defend obi and to so omo use any means necessary and defend omo o fast assembly saying
brasi mami ncha with you for nyina essence ye monitoring mentie press conference nyina but I've had snippets of ni omo kan no and what to see I'm sure enuna air dominated headlines and I think it's unfortunate. Because Ghana is not a country rule of law and calling your followers to self-help is a call to violence. It's a call to confusion. And ebwa ya kabi na minkabi amamono ya semukina kodrupempen so bia ya trasa me where violence is a means of addressing your kind of grievances. Ya traho. So when you are being arguing, you do not resort to violence as a way of answering concern or whatever it is that you have. What do you say? And when we say obitimium from another political party, your response to Sandy Pano should not be a call to violence. Because we are not. Just imagine if you say the call that has been made, Nanga PNC also, you see, BBC and IBB cost now in Tiasia. For almost sorry normal cost to Samuel almost Sabekebia, normal fanya to trust them. Now another party. At the end of the day, do you know the kind of country would be in? A better country that'll be consumed by violence. And yeah, nuntina ya among yourself. And yeah, nuntina yakofaka binamika bi amamono ediba Ghana. Because ya pesa Ghana etumpon, yakatu yakap development and not progress are. It says there is stability, there is peace, there is coexistence, and that there is respect for rule of law. And until democracy and akabinamika bi amamono ebaye senabeya ebenya sumje ebenya stability na Ghana mine betumpon na se unti asie ana unti ohun ase efa bibi ohun a the best you do and the best you can do is say you inform Bambo for simple obia from rana ya nti na wo Bambo for be kwa ko bo mama ne na wo di wasem afam rakwan so but to say si ade mo muntimi embo mu nkrofo no ho ban enti bibi si na omunti ase de a ne ombetima aye no omunye that is called to self help and obia or to say conflict I think akabeka says when you get to the point self help is your only resort not just confusion, violence, never, conflict, never. And any no sooner in my view, and your caller that is appropriate, and we must all object and condemn our call, no, and no question, no.
How should you think say NDC in defend you? Because NDC are desperate in the term. Sense say almost just a kaswadi. Almost say the soldiers are begu almost strongholds. Ye intimidate you. Ye ni be biam the be defend you. And now say security agencies in bebre so akodi abai MPs ni ministers ni bebre side. Into the umbe say the hour comes here any be so defend you. They and almost supporters defend you. Can that be wrong?
Yeah. It is very wrong. And how comes here? We condemned it. And I personally, I've called for her resignation. Because, Sebi, so we are now you feel your life is threatened. Wouldn't what to do? What does here? I don't think I assigning Bamboo for to the various centers. So that they will protect life and property. And this officer, your life is threatened. Even though I suspect that really wasn't even the case. But young gun to crash, your life was threatened. You don't assume the power of the law and say, "Who you can disperse the crowd." What if you misfired? Thank God to make Obi. And then we'll be having a different conversation. And the idea Obi ya condemn should not inspire you to make similar calls. And these allegations with strongholds, the military bar and all of that. And one thing I may say, Sebi, what in kind? Sometimes the appreciation of issues be or are different. Bomb of way in our monitoring in Ashanti region. Yeah, who bomb of war Ashanti region. Ashanti region near the stronghold of NDC. And they are everywhere. And the idea, because we confronted some of the military men, says that why is it that like move around our moon and all of that? And the only one is the Omuko registration center now. You don't even find them in the perimeter. Omutin and Omuche say the idea is to ensure Sebi, the confusion be bad. They would be there handy and ready to respond. And now also COVID-19, so protocols probably breeze is here. Omujai and Sudie. And you almost see the additional responsibility they should ensure Ghana forbid these protocols issue. And you cannot say that because you are deployed military to a certain region and you're almost strong with some. There are other regions you can say that for strong. Yet there is military presence. And to me that allegation said that you are more cohort to suppress them and they can't defend themselves. There is nothing to defend when it comes to registration.
Okay.
So if you say we are prevent you from registering, you know what to do. And in any case, that's not the conversation.
Okay.
Minty say, and this is what say, Omunko be register, Bambo for no say, Mom register. Me, I haven't heard that story.
Oh, by NDC Voka said they are intimidating them, say, Omunko for Cochromu. In fact, Kodeo report, no, what say. No, but here, Kodeo report, no, portions of the Kodeo report, say, about 3% of agents. Stop and Crawford from registering without picking the challenge form because the argument is they said the cost was once year almost in Crawford Basin Crawford Bay. Unim say nipan on free one ma. Udi anisa obeka nipan say oh when you're qualified. I say I'm not picking for a year friends and forms no. But they are stopping people and also they confusion e ba no. It say NDC strong order. That is how person will rob no.
It is condemnable because uko ushe CI 126 now. That is the law that entitles us to undertake the registration. Any of whom she said, and she says, there won't be so be ineligible. Yes, we are a challenge. But don't you for while to me, and stop it, and and she said, yeah, I don't think that it is minimum, but if it is a targeted attempt by a BIMO Bambo for Navy to prevent a BIMO officer, NDC for and now sympathizers of NDC, and they are preventing them from registering. Let us say it is wrong and it must be condemned. But near Adia Ayamidin say, how are you able to tell Sebi, Nipa or be to register, Nipa NDC and now Obeto Abanama NDC? Wrong. It's a bomb for Eddie Omutumi stopping Crawford. It is wrong, and those people must be reported to their superiors. The superiors now young Bibia. Then we can have a different conversation. But so we young Bibi and we only complain. Assuming say some Crawford ya prevent your mono NDC 20. I think and from whether only NDC and IMP for whoever the person is, Bambo Nibia knew to me to use on one to me to go and stop them from registering.
Okay.
And agents, any electoral officer never start to me no. And almost so say be almost even form to me cry uncle Chio free line also a challenge from and nothing that Mika said, Nancy will Kasuano. It's condemnable, it's objectionable. As I say, you see, there were Nkrophobia, Yedi Omofri baby by and MP here. What happens to the challenge form? If you felt that Nkrophona Omobano, or Moon Young Krophom, SSA or register, she could have challenged them. But to physically want to prevent them from registering, I could do a Benzubi, I saw Chichu, above one issue. Media. Condemnable. Okay. But anything she say, NDC for should also make a call to their followers. So who feel say we are helpless, we are vulnerable, then you can resort to self-help. Which means, technically speaking, a call to violence. It's not acceptable.
Okay. Mami Musa about this issue. Say, Kumasi, so far monitor Kumasi because you tell someone say also boileba already and himself why a flashpoint to that. What observation is saying?
In fact, and I say, not until on Monday, we were in Asawasi on Monday. Yeah, the constituency Asawasi. Yeah, changed several registration centers. It appeared peaceful a bit in the areas I call, you know. But there was a particular registration center. Your friend, St. Teresa's Lower Primary. Asawasi Hall. And Yako, Mintimi wants to be a year. And it had to do with the attitude of one of the agents. According to electoral officers, normally one bantam, and he was insisting, say, because on one bantam, he should have waited for his arrival and son, and because one bantam, no, or no, now the big bonnie air consul, we interrogated the issue further and we realized that it was not as he thought. Well, but at this one could be a yes, which for me is scary a bit. Ebimo of the third party, Nukura a woman said, we don't have the capacity to have representation in all the centers. And in a young woman said, Ebimo, Edin Crofumbi, Ekojina, some of the centers, claiming, say, specifically, say, only a PNC for PNC in a small more as agents.
I see.
Yes. And I confronted one of them. And I'm saying, when APNC General Secretary was on him, when APNC National Chairman was on him, when a Regional Secretary on him.
Now, one man do Omokoye. One man do Omokoye. One man this uncle for no claim is on me a PNC for no.
Nipana, Omuka say, or no, the Ombayan. Maybe sound when I confront him, said, no. But I do not on this occasion want to mention, because Nipano said he was coming to. Or no, or be share NDC for. Okay. But you're born this on audio mobile. Me, but me confronting, no. Okay, say you're not mobile. Okay. And you can't force that on him. But nuclear woman say people are using the inability of some of these third parties to make representation. To send people in the name of that party. Abra Omoye Jumama party for. Okay. And it is one thing I hear who was Asawasi. The case in Asawasi, no, there are several a year to 8 on. Your money yard also. Beyond the fact that there is a suspicion say the Ebimu every baby neighbor, there is also the point say Ebimu exploited the inability of third parties to send representatives, no, to send Nkrofo in the name of those parties. Yeah. Wow. And the presence of military, no, Ebimu can say it was there to intimidate, but many who was no. In fact, the presence of the military, no mum. What if you ask me, because the way I know. So
who they all supporting soldiers? No more registration centers, no.
They are not wrong. If you observe, Uko centers now, and you say more whole, or more chi, which are here. They and when Omuba, they don't get into the perimeter. Yeah, registration. Omujina at a distance. Omujina Hokakra, no more to us the next center. That's what they do. They patrol the entire constituency. And okay. They've been deployed to different constituencies. Well, and say, oh, police, the military phone war. So people did to try some cry. Now, who be a Muna with that. And see, it was fairly peaceful apart from incidents. Amika said some agents wanted to cause confusion and all of that. Apart from generally speaking, maybe I call any we went to a lot of places. Now, as a Nyoma, we're moving on the way as a movie.
Okay. But me know I say atik. Me know I say for observation now there my and that's baby. You know about matik. And na your nene children come from PNC. I okay so omo there. Omo support say soldiers no and as security agencies no because from observation baby omo ko bia no. Eyara omo na omo ho na omo to be boa ma control kakra. Eba ewo hodom che se ko mbeja ne se ano uti e live ewo okay 101.7 FM live discussion e dey bro Gyaso jumedie ene e dey bro your monitor registration exercise na make us kodeo report aba abonten ewo sadie NDC amenyoko na press conference ene yera Elvis Free Ankra betwetwe komo sesi ama NDC e ka se bebi ade no ame wo mu na se de mpanifo bu be sensuo ta ponchire ne ani a woje wo no age wo they cannot sit down say registration ka cry entro di nti yemeku womo enti efri nekro we NDC supporter also bon ho ban protect him by any means said about also ntra MOB MFA o sekan enwa nanka na no na pese interrogate say obi e defending ho ahefa na yebeko already Kodea report nche say omo hye ase phase 1 registration no nanka almost registration center over 10 emu 7.9% about 8 centers police for any security agencies wo ho say I do phase 4 no atiaba from about 7.1%. Perhaps enunsunti ena man kofo so ani abrese se police for ni all the centers are masa yem protect yan enti na kaswa say the langas ena akoguo kaswa langas obi edim say the langas 40 the sikan ni ade odwudwani pa onwe ho onipa no say also defending ho so why do we draw the line between say yen defending ho and say yemma mra no nya adwuma politicians of amra na hwo mo sema wo mo na monitor registration seriously abra ye election observers international domestic for ECU omaduma and so politicians and this is where the chaos is coming from according to Kodea report from the Abana Atafempon say the military should stay at the registration centers and yes sir and conforso be from rana chomsem aye di omo epe kwabena junior no say vim lady things must stop common registration keke violence aden na election day no di empa na Ghana for yebeye and amel kwabena boate no say if you have you registered yet me yi na bo ha no me ka senka me risk me life but me ready me yi me ink and a woman sa no ye ni agro kra Atafempon say if you registration dey ye nyina ye register mum emra ne nya adwuma because we cannot continue like this and a Bereza court or say vim lady Ghana there we are tired of NDC and MPPO we need to love or mind Ghana enough to say be protected the cause of mother Ghana na nye party bi there na Changing Mekojo and also if he's a suspended general secretary I think no onam ho no one also MPP ne be dey no medina me support MPP for a cause and na akoso atachi no say if we need peace peace amete say the bia wuti abrochira wo beti Ghana say the bia na oyem ehwehwe de kra na ekoso e wo Ghana yi and na surface fiajo and also be smart what we can cha branch e ba kon. So on your smart James Mauko and I say how are you doing my sister boss ye wo ma enie and na maame abnanya akon akyereme o say masa wo ba baby to set really Tishugu center Queen Elizabeth center they are registering NIA for mama if you give them 20 Ghana pe ni amawo abra nkofo no nkuta card but they are doing it live in Ghana see if you monka wasem na mpanifo no fa emranya adwuma pa kosi no say next time if you no one will fire in self defense Ghana ne omre Bobi aso akomada ne yam obi aso suro entutu bi mfru fie ma emeye se sebe wo be ye de wo pe na watena so obi ahwe o eti se TV da bi when there is a the chance say obi abe defend no anya ndisi fompo na be ka obi so on defend no or say people will defend themselves at all costs ono so na sama odeba eno no yenu aba royal mama sita oso mo kofodia eno mu e follow de ekoso nyina yenya CDD for the CDD for beka so oni say CDD they are in charge of security decks yera mensa brampa my consistently researcher identify say edu registration be under Fourth Republic 92 96 2000 2004 2008 2012 2016 ye trodim bia whether a limited or general registration exercise Hopa na basabasa esipa is very unfortunate. Royal Apo was is very very unfortunate if ya pass how akumsi wo ni bodyguard ni no it is sad say enne ema besi anke ye peace people ye mum ene ada ne perpetrators ye bone was it vimle the president Kufuor will be remembered pass on the na breso na basabasa bone ene ade ekoso nka aden ena we ekoso under him patrol kasa o send a message speak to the issue men kofa assembly o baby o be tribalism has nothing to do with registration speak to the issue and give evidence yes men can friend say kwabena obin one meka me nye the bearer of bad news o ti ase Ghana no NDC ni MPP nyina beko Ghana na sumdwe ni yepe yera Kabila atna say that a positive change o Madina Accra and our Kasefia is very surprising how fast Kufuor was able to condemn police brutalities in the US about I can't breathe the Black Lives Matter. Neso how akumsi the Kufuor do yin ni kras onte 3 days in and asemiesi papa ya tepa so I know say onte teacher constitution e wo wiamwase anoka se vem menwuma yeti opa Gyaso wama ejana fire pa na NDC don't have any campaign message and one say omo de just omo anti assembly ensi no unnecessary capitalization on the issue and on be we am be jina be ka chen kofo say omo defend omo eno na be den or say a pass atik a fire NDC for no pa. Abante was good evening, Vim lady. Measure live pa na incoming MP or Alaji Kwabnagansa. I was Sikuma Chianama me Panabo our Kumsine. On resign yo Tom. Stop worrying yourself. Now our Kumsi will not resign and net Ochna tomorrow on resign because it's only implementing a Kufado agenda. Ne Kufado pay violence and Kenya idea our Kumsi. Edno ho kra ebehiem ntimo amoka se ayi onpe ayi onkasa no enya de ayi ha wakumsi wo be kasa ene on resign so ene china ya kabila enyume ma good evening ni akwa baba ayi OKFM studio anum se ne de chese despa media ene no ye adwuma se bokọ de
Egyaso Afia
incoming general secretary CPP
nyame ehwe nyame nhira wano
me do pictures na to Facebook ni ade
me dase mate nkama hu soso
wahu
nyame nhira
ebiso ka se da bi omo ntrase obi sa no ebiso support o pa se wo de wa na ubetimi abo party no
Afia na se onya no ayi ye friend se obi ka se ane a na je se unya nipa o
sa
ai sa de se ba no kwabna so ayi mi sabi mi twa enru ana se mi twadu eye den ya obenya me na nsu bi aka se nti bi a obi so mpe enti ene de eye nipa ye sanete very normal kika obi ani ho na mum de hia ne se ubenya trimpopa opepa se opese wo ye bibi aidi yedie ene nkan ko beba
sa
eno de u ka se u Jeffrey nsemu a
enye
ye ifi se me bra kakra mabo ewo asetena wiase asetena mu no edi adanse
Mama from registration asemia obi beka se fiasco chese akoye manson bebrebe si ne especially NDC press conference o mo ye wo how akumsi asemu ese hu no so minim so wo kode your report o mo ka se ense mebe nkoye e wo registration centers which is why I am ya say issues na kode you raise no ye nya brain address yo bibia akoye sa ntokwa ne basabase ya ekoso registration no generally hu ne sen
Afia me dikan aka se sana obi ewo obi edisi na ni so se registration ana ye beye registration a ho nkeka wa bia ma oni kono minni ba bia na ofiri ba there were bound to be challenges
okay
again na nipa asasi so hayaya eye without challenges tell me one more raise challenges no one more ankasa they should subject on process or the monitoring any supervision no they are very monitoring and supervisory exercise no to scrutiny and tell me say ni na ye tortin
okay
their own process assessment a mini umienu ebi ankomodi a mini uye uni production crew are you going to tell me say by the end of the program munya nkikawa ba kokranka we should stop playing God. Human beings, we should be less arrogant. We should be humble and appreciate, say, Adebia yebeye, aye nipa nko ade. The normal thing is say, seem to be beba. Any drama, of course, scientific world, omo research na de. Yama margins of error. You know, say physical sciences, no, your margins are yedema. Medicine, your margins are yedema. Humanities, oba, your margins are yedema. Because aye nipa. O record no kra no ade na wo record no kwan ya wo fa so record no kra no yetimi ka se sinto bebam mana me boa
yeah that's so
good now maka ni say wie no it does not mean that me beje Jesus say yanyam from so
okay
tabi enu na ma me ka se trimpo eni susu ye ne anamo a wutu no afia na ye huhia enu ne de wo he ade ya sase commission no ebo modern say obema ye nyina ye hunu de oye o ka chere ni nyina na ebinim se yente ana meboa
yeah
good na se nipa ya na dwene se Afia Pokuaa me mpe na semo a madam
oya ne den
opa ko fa wiasi mu ahofafo nyina fa katakata wani obaka se ho otan
sa
sada se eti mpempi no medwene ho a na mbusa me ho se na ye kasa te se de adefoforo bi na eba And no many open be shy. Now and I'm asking I'm catching whether I about to semupa or you draw comments and also watch.
Oh, okay.
But they should write the history of elections in Ghana. This Fourth Republic.
It's been written
By
people like Jampo Atro on that. People like Esan Sante Atro. Other people so Atro.
You are mentioning it's not. That's not what they are. What they have done. No, a limited focus.
Okay.
I'm looking at the Electoral Commission.
Okay.
And in the detailed work,
Okay.
the history of the evolution.
Okay.
Of things.
Of electoral processes.
Yes.
Laws.
Yes, that's what I'm talking. Strictly EC matter related. So that's here. Afia, there hasn't been one single elections from 1992. Oprah, I will take you back to the this level elections in 1988.
Okay.
There hasn't been a single election and challenges and any problem.
That is election, not registration.
The elections are preceded by registration.
Okay, but me bano watch Mami ko era Elvis Afia Anka, director of elections, Emma NDC wana me busano. Na homa na teko yebesa ko nchebio NDC press conference na mo ye no. In fact, asem mo ya Kabila o kan is confirmed by data. Researcher CDD for ye so confirm asem ya o kan he say. In fact, under Fourth Republic from 92, they bia ye betro dim bia one antokwa kese no. Esi.
It's about our attitude.
Yes.
Wow, number one, attitude, national challenge. And I me person me make a big point. Be say, me can some in this on this platform say, me no be babe contestation. Or you right, me right,
okay.
and or you right, me wrong, and I'm right or you wrong. I won't do that. I'm expressing my views. Obi on the views are let them also say them.
That is so.
Afia, look. What's it?
But your mommy call NDC one, me dey back to CDD.
The only Afia kasa. What is who call NDC? Only NDC for doing na de be kasa.
There be also no original party na
yes, but he will not be speaking with the mind of all NDC people. But he didn't talk to him. You
mommy call home.
Yeah, call home.
And them said ne line na am say ne no. Ebe asem to Kabila embra back to.
Because I'm saying this because sometimes I and the prime me no discuss here.
Yeah.
Me tell me I'm the acting general secretary of the CPP. But in some way can hey. And then someone may CPP before I got trans again and I may back.
Okay.
So it won't be fair. Say in some way metran ma can ube attribute to CPP.
Oh, okay.
It won't be fair.
Okay. But NDC they are not almost on behalf of the party mom.
The me can say only the interview say here. As someone on over back. O question over busa no. On kuta NDC for nyina adwene.
Now when that is
so we can that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. Ebetimi kwa ban so obi so chenche one ne be disagree
video
o nyina here
but now
but here Elvis Afia Anka you good evening. Honorable, good evening.
Good evening, Afia.
Mpacho ho ye de. Ye de nyakopo ase. And I'm say network na high kakra ntifa che ye say na line tete kosa. Me yenko back to press conference and em ye press conference am mpacho dey important. And na mo pese mo ka che aban security agencies and party supporters.
Yes. Any pictures actually party for Negana for my pre-promo the same castle on baby at the cement block a bobichim manepire and no video no and no coin your copamoye and also you show ye or chair or casa and you see the bony trim no the bony trim and in several other incidents this year and no near catcher security agencies they say yeah NDC 40 sabio yam pepper sabasayo it is anima where I see no yeah security agencies no on between one and more na omo yes anima no omo timi ni omo di said ya emra no ese Kobanisa, Afia, as I dear no, is going from bad to west. Your one year to Banda, your member of parliament, Honorable Ahmed, Yakwaku Prana, to say, your bunny name, and Afi, a branch or also, Oma one is a kind of Kunuka. And which your veteran to Quesuaha, now MP for Invincible Forces, Yakako Bronco 4, Yako NDC 4. Polling agents near the Omatum, near prepare go for yet that's every day. Now near Trebukran and then answer how I akubu how akumsem how no call polling station on name the macho men you share video now answer no we kwa kudu ono eyewitness reports are in any video now that's MBA or no call no shasi and the boys and shasi say omo bronco for eshishi moto no mutu tutu asem no buy no ono agya to me so no na otutu no me aye tie ne say enye no kre o kan sa asem no say o dey cover the crofo one tutu bia anka by this time you expect say ke bia police no action no say me na me ko to say to anka by na police headquarters and so say so MPP ni enti just no say minister you know police for no kra na kwasra no we fie ene de bon komo security experts and kabana na koso mo koshe no nanke beli no etu ku oto e o say etu be yo omunyi to no let say basa yo no ya kwa se e bibia isi na ba be dan normal enti MPP4 no mo invisible forces ebitimi abro eprao wa munuanum journalist for Madam Katrina Feku the bodyguard one of the Metro TV journalists is in the camera and now improve yet the ababu way yet the cranty way I would you want just say Ghana penny Ghana kemamin kemia memu etintin atese uya Ghana babe kabeshe e kakemem kemia memu and no na sisi adane say Afghanistan and say Somalia and Sudan they say new fair and in no so bono here the ball on my penny na akufuado if you say oba abai mo no obekaya first week Emma superintendent na campus machu foibi no prepare no no video ne bae omo yesa ya no hwe eno echi etiti to assembly I all over.
Hello, Nabo. You're minister. Na homa natiko. Hello. Aha. Hello, Nabo. Homa na babiem. Hello. Network ninye. Ye bese aba Honorable Nchen. Ye na betwetwe enkomo Honorable Elvis Free Anchor, Director of Elections, former minister. Ene twetwe enkomo fa press conference NDC koye ye pese owie na owie a no man foundation a ye busa no de NDC e ka se obi an so oye ne supporter bi defend no na ye bebam sanse atiki condemn security bodies bebre so condemn say no de sa wan hwe oja ne bekostro ama ebe san de asem ene beba oben yimuti ebe ya enka dwobre other people are condemn obi a call say ebe ya maame no one resign titi e san so je gumu a na oman na ne yepe ama ya chia no wuri pi e wo Hamburg no sisa mi je fi na wono a ohun ntokwada nti we wo kaka say obi afa enemies in defending ho na asem e no opeba no ye honorable mbacho ye da say humanity ko ye
yes so ye de bona na kufuado e we say invincible forces so much as yes omudi nsemu no wanye ho hwe mama example about Nankam after that omo security coordinator entry in the form bibia happen ye be omo court omo court e bi si o Canada ama ba bisia wafa ye fru omo kwata no mani dwane ye and also ankusi there bia ayawa so west wogon double ya ono no kamo bia omo tutu bonko fui and okasa ekofo yo mu disa nkwasi asemi ewo Gyaso ahono enti se ehono ya twe na so anka so nya sa akukudro no na asefem airtime eniwo se Ghana ese baby e kodo no ye trase na ya mane kosa e bedru baby no obi kwa bitimi akwakoje oye anase o boyfriend okoka obabo ya doko police station enkosi baby a emranche na oboku aba tien ewo banda no yes the previous day almost a to trust and yet you two within 20 minutes and you say order from above any jail on by on be rule police for our police station and no na show mo dey the following day the second ko be abrantia sabu unia and also bank e be ode enti dem na e koso o man no ano ode I just say sharp and the police form him say police for near soldier for no Dodona in Papa, our Moyo Mojume, Yanomunia Sibia. Nakakrebi na no matter no political police, or more Yanema and Semen Pata. No more far for Sanema Wisno. As some of the Catron said, they say a man in the expiry date. So I'm also a NDC Yamiatum, 7th December, every week, Yaba power, Yanom BD, or Mapaso. And I mean how I could by this time and care by Nana, and the unity. As we say, so my penny, or clearing agent in Tino, ultimately anchor Hoshi, when unity, one prosecution when the cash. Yamia to me about power would do with her according to the rigors of the law.
And no, and go for Bebeka and Mokasa and Moka say, Mrs. Say, the opportunity NDC members name protect to a more mobile by any means necessary. Be beyond the bomb by a bay, you know. And also go for Cassette, I say, my not war and I sent to Canam Pesam de Ban. Such a police for a year, Wajuma, as Bar Association for Casa, Christian Council for Casa, Baby Crackers and Mammy and Pamano. Enti ane na munya abucha na mkasi yemfa nkosie ni ware anani aje nsemo kra
omo mukasa no me nya atwo hypocrisy no kra yen kan enu ti no man aba bedu sampepe so we yempe no kra o memua. That is one of our major problems. O memua na here problem near what tangible and intangible. The intangible one back the first one in the great here asem na air kan air conditioner.
Just assembly a conditioner based on BB.
I am a catcher, 2 weeks. They can't pay. They are better. And
hello, Noble. Hello, Noble. Dana Wonka cry and say, network, baby, I would not know. Yes, I know. Hello, Noble. Well, no, every free and crime say baby ojina and na akwa problem no say obia obeka say NDC focus wo mu defend wo mu enye ne kwan so no mu de war ana ntokwa beba no enya atwom e na onipa kro no pese wo de adwuma say be ye birim wo mu no obia to no he o na mo kobo mo ban de a na ye na say eden eno de etia emra na yera every say free and crime na director of elections ema NDC amenyoko no yera kabila enso ena ye openikese a wojina se general secretary MCPP amenyoko no e wo hanum say honorable wasamba na online be say baby a wojina no ya na network no
baby am no share kasa na we call dia
okay na wo kasa enya atum so obi be kasa de mo defend mo hono so ye wrong
and say yan yaka 2 weeks ago say ama examples say nema we koso nyina no because kopem say obi abone ekoyi to asem no MPP ni mama example since the year 2017 MPP for by power many examples BBNC Afia de Afia special the wuti nyanse wo tumu wo cement block da
asa kakaka no cement block kakaka yi
anya wuti na obekasa de boat yipu bi kuku cement block na dia bowua etimu pen. Nothing will happen. BBNC. After that, no be a kind. Ya wo obi nfe no oyunia anasa oba ana ukuru bi aka otimi business akwesi we. Eti kopem say ye bi hu say police for no aye neutral a omoye omodwuma. NDC ni ye bone ani ni MPP ye bone ani ni ndi. Na kopem say na entrance ya no mukum ye. Eku abesa bepio. Ye de ade bo trim na wadwe ne say a obesa bepio. It's a conditional. Oh, control dear. You know, be an intoka. Young can't talk. But insofar as say, Obi Baba attack you, defend yourself. What's a Bruno be so? Now, Bruno now to so. And now, Obeti, Uneba, Yakako Bonochrono, every poor mo. Yakako Bonochrono, every poor mo. Across our report, Yama police. They be our police. Yes, yes, Crawford, near Mamma Bill. Mamma Kosua, yes, I did now. As we are set you up by dream back. Again, now, come to crap power, you mean, Magana Punini. So, what will you do? Oh, Papa, man. Oh, Pata, oh, for padlock, and to down. Oh, proof.
Obey, and there is reasonable.
For Sabia, I said, Bibi, oh, Pata. Said, you take care of down, also, I will say, Bibi. It's a normal self defense, a normal. Eti mo biam entry anu si bone. Yen kan se ekokon tokwa. Yen pen tokwa. Ene yen pen so se ekokon tokwa. Ye pa sunji. Na mom nia e koso no. Ene ya adada se ade we police for mo twena mo nya ho adwuma. Akoswa eti ye perceive enipa edu ewu anza. What is going on in this country? You cannot cry.
But always now bebre ka say nka mo proper means am betimi address ya dey IGP munim no.
Proper means nonsense.
Oh sir.
Nonsense. Please. Absolute nonsense, and I repeat it. Please.
Eti chiremu mai dey man ya nonsense.
Intelligence, sir.
They
actually install the intelligence of Ghanaians. Please. At the end of the credit for me and cut. It's getting out of hand.
Pesa uchiremu mai said, "Dear na amount to say, e ba ne bedu say nonsense no. Say won IGP and police for akese." Hello. Hello honorable. And the online tete ha da no kakra. Line no na etwetwe sinti ante ho no say e nonsense say obi beka say mu use other means ebetimi amamo.
Other means bium. Tell me.
Because people have suggested say bibi to say IG.
People don't know that question. Tell me, let the whole Ghana.
And I make sure say they have suggested, for instance, be say IGP, the Ogboro of all police senka NDC can make an official complaint and a petition. Say the air cost or grounds no, and yet you demand the proper protection for NDC full soldiers, nay, party supporters, so mbekwa registration and say there should be no intimidation. And then the honorable line. Yeah. Honorable Chon kakra free baby a odina sesi a na bia wa shift to. Dabi Chon kakra because you are making reference to Ayawaso commission bi asem. Yante one papa Chon kakra. Oh, atiko. Yabasa ko honorable hobio. Yamra studio. Yera ayi Kabila ene say general secretary ma MPP amenyoko no. Some people agree with the Elvis Free Ankra can say enya atwom. Because obien one must say yeah they second atu ni minimum see etwa obegina say yes kumi dabi obe defend no ko life de enkwa de pa enti people are complaining na atwisco Matara o say if you may show from Kumasi Chiakabila mami pa na big issue na moka no ehima oche no say masa we de enya Brazil assembly ka Elvis cannot justify this issue kra NDC for enya mema enche obia Ghana Jean Perret was say I support NDC pass o protect o na de nanado ane na ban yi ye Ghana pa de obi edi echa owuo ana wan hwe on betra me okumo honorable pacho to awasem no so na wo ka bibi in reference to Ayawaso I want the line take ko enti ante ho no
o say yenko ho IGP ye ne nka IGP no Liberia na Sierra Leone
so Ghana he ya
oni Ghana he ya oni men all over the place eti a member of parliament atutu obi e ka ho as onim it is here the meeting asa and I make catch us Ayawaso West work on is the president Nankasa set up commission yeah the commission the recommendations by say omo e bon na ye ne omo ni ne omo fa na kwa so dey na kosi here omo antwantwere it's a culture of impunity. Listen to the Christian Council statement. So what they say,
yeah,
it's your omo kasa na just waste of everybody's time. I don't know happen live out here. GP. What are we talking about here?
Until now,
NDC time and as I do happy. I come babies as I those questions.
What
we condemn.
But honorable way, Christian Council, Peace Council, Bar Association, everybody has condemned it.
Yes.
People are calling for Mamene Krasak. But beyond that, no more kase.
Almost start a kasa and temwa. Yes, almost kasa better late than never. But if you almost start a kasa and temwa, then a shassi, who said be a kasa, and there may be a possible. That can be sit down and come to Bofakes, Omonka. I didn't I just say, yes, or more candy, and no one, police spirit here, so. But it shouldn't end there. They must make sure you know. I said here. That's why it goes beyond NDC and PPU.
Okay.
It will be actually be the one.
David.
It will be very foolish for anybody to reduce this to an NDC and PPU. It will not up to you know. According to eyewitness, near my aqua checking. It will not a bobo. It will not a cocoa beer. And as a branch, I award the second year. Oh, I want your chill for second. What would you say? What do you say? Release your money now.
I banda dieno. Yeah, okay.
You release your money now. What kind of country is this?
You release your on bail, and I say release your money for Mundi.
Yeah, release your money. Say you murder. You release the bazaar. I think. I don't know the credit I need to born chance.
But honorable who can and say Supreme Court grandma ruling be say all offenses are bailable. But I don't know say police bail near the moment and I say a quarter.
It is a nipano obey there near money bill the following day. Now what be now after first no okay to trust them and you order from my life. Then I feel the kind. Let's start with these questions.
Oh, I see a Jumo. Oh, there be a Juma. So this as bad as it sounds, questions in there was here, Busa. I was here, yes, I refer you, man. But going forward, no, Uji is a way, no, a prelude to 1 year elections, so dear Bessie, because on Kofa Kanka, I was say, 1 year, I was Sumponier. By election pony the general election be Bessie. Mammy Busa, your last question. So what do you think say Bessie general elections?
Well, it depends on the security services.
Okay.
Some will take action. So I mean mini confidence with you, but maybe you will surprise me because I'm a clear agent or he's a beneficiary and I think violence or benefiting from it.
Okay.
On the critical environment but if you beat me, I'm surprised here. Why you won't be there? I guess they are. It doesn't look good. And you know, when you are there, when the things are about, if you put a crowd among you to move, you can't be neutral. What is neutrality here? You're going to fight to be neutral.
Oh no, but you condemn me. You condemn me. I don't know any media organization, but so our supporters are the way.
Except me, put the car fits the other one budget. You can't be neutral in this matter. You plan before you cook before you speak. I normal and you who TV so Maya with that you parents this time. What's gonna be we? One man they would Satana. Never.
But honorable, you quote CDD research be on my ya, Omokase, and the Fourth Republic, you're true dean beer. And yes,
this is part of the problem. So, near equalization and the all the political parties. I didn't say how I come to the control police. What do we do this past house? And I make kind of say, bullet so, they're true beating and then to so. If you trust somebody, they are baby to the police station. It was not so and yes, I got and it's like and part of the process. A cow now. It doesn't cost so Casame, yes, I must say, and I keep it there. And if I was here, so I did punish them all.
Hey, God punish them in Yabim.
Okay, I'm sorry to see this. I'm not because from the country. I say balance. You. And Okay. It's the hypocrisy that will destroy this country. The level of hypocrisy.
Honorable Ola no enso san say biom ti ye fa si anu say Yakopon ya adoma ye be so san komo no so ye da say bebre former minister any director of elections Emma NDC amenyoko no yera Elvis Free Ankra ne ne twetwe nkomo no say God punish obia same way obeye ne so obeji atum ze na sa na tie na say ya na NDC de omo defend omo no wrong no obi obeka sabia God punish am on the wachena but also you have a right to agree or disagree with him. O send a message back. Okay, 101.7 FM Facebook na o come me Facebook page. O bon watch party on drop a comment on them. Ni who said the 70 contesting for general secretary for CPP amenyoko Yera Kabila Kwabra Bonfe wo studio anum say opani mame samra osubio wo hanum say NDC justify ono ne de but now o point bia na wo ma historical antecedents and now crack say can researchers boy me data especially easy about insesanya aba nsakraya aba ewo ye electoral process nim ne laws num any practices man ka be boy pam person to asa point so unless you be person can Elvis asem way to react to bibia.
Why should I react? You see there's a problem and why exhibit your hand there.
Oh sir,
forgive me to take you put it.
Oh nyare it is allowed, go on.
It is a big problem sir on my way. Ya dwen do na ne say e NDC and MPP. It is sickening. I have a choice. Sen ka me pese me ye MPP ni a me ye MPP. Me ye NDC ni a me ye NDC. I chose to be CPP.
Exactly.
Adenti na umfa buo ma me say me ye CPP ni. Na wo kan asem bi a sebi enya Ghana for nyina na ye NDC na
MPP. That is so.
Enti so we reduce assembly to NDC ni MPP. Na wo di ya kanatem.
In fact, me introduction say me can say way.
You see, after the first introduction, can say when you came in between and now you also reintroduce me now. Who introduce me as say me as part for a different party.
Say CPP General Secretary.
No, but you mentioned a different party. I don't want to repeat it.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
Any be I no form.
That's right. But Afia, it is part of our subconscious. And that is worrying.
I'm not in that school of thought. I've always been in favor of third party. In fact, that's why they be arguments.
It's not just about third party. Even saying third
force. Even
third force. That's the problem. Okay, multi-party democracy.
Okay.
So why are you limiting the number?
Well, at least we are starting from there because it was a kind of fixated on the two.
Please, maybe may say. That's the fundamental errors that we make. Yes, sure, I say no. 92. You started as multi-party democracy. Now, no CDD 4 year DB. One document, no more say binary parties.
Okay.
We are multi-party democracy. Why are you reducing it to a binary?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Indeed, if our conception is wrong, and you set a wrong standard, the best of efforts can never measure right. And I'm saying it for us to be conscious. Say, unconsciously, no, and in our subconscious level, no.
I say, me a geomatum.
Masadene ya akahodo. And then I'm just so the ababium say. As someone I make about documenting the electoral cycle history, no. Adia me pese ye huni say. Ye wa bako sembi sebe ya niema ye nkan ana enye no yen san sisu bio.
Okay.
Because
okay.
I feel what I'm telling you is that a lot of the things that are happening now, they happen even in 2016. Again, I pray we say there.
Yeah.
Again, see 2016.
Yeah, ABC.
The table turns. One our principle that we are consistent. No, you hear people cheaply. One more for no. No more accuse you. When I was shifting goalpost. Oh, baby, accuse me now. Me now coordinate. Say me inconsistent. But sometimes just a reminder of the history will sober people. About bromasi. I'm a mom who say and I will say no can you, and I say no can. Assembly. Owura utie nsɛm no bia edika me anope na mete ayi kwame programs mami ya asema ayi otwi ose ono na bibusa me de na menye so
ono na kan yes
otwi tuo
yes ono ana kan
otutuo ana yesi ana and I'm saying well it is not about whether she has a right
or
to
not
hold a weapon or not so we are doing so we kuta weapon na ese se osua emra efa weapon usage akonumpo your friday be rules of engagement
yeah
enya bribia na etutu ede na si ya na hia se ututu
self defense
me say de na si ya o can self defense
o ya sin ko for she bicycle no ma she moto nti na say wa kam fifi
come on yes ena ya she moto is that what the proof is?
Oh, that's what your reporter Monday your friend reporter crowd also confirm.
Enti na me kasa ye kasa ye susun kasa because you have asked the police to investigate.
Okay.
Already who your investigation? What's what conclude and I will run it.
Okay.
Let's not make those conclusions. Enti me hedge. Let me be some questions. And you be a say ne see ye. Necessary or no na yes sir. Na de oye no. Na an actual a proper response ana
okay
south as here omo anim kwan ya ye de mra ye de ahye se ukutatu a ne wo ho kwan se obetutuo ne ese wo yituo no ba bi kra won ani se wo yituo
ya
etu kuta no ho mra da ho se ba bi wo no a uni ho kwan se wo yituo
because wo ye nipam
me de me nka me ba te se ye wo
baby
there are rules ba bi no ho no a utimi yituo se nipa mu ka ho a omo nim no betre that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And we run these things in the media, make conclusions and still ask the police to make investigations. Who say the panel investigation? Who's what conclude assembly query a pass a verdict? And that
police
thank you. Sometimes we don't listen to ourselves. Not as here. The problem is that your attitude is fundamentally flawed. You pick it to which rules to obey, which not to obey when it's used as. That's not principled. That's not politics. That is not sincerity. And you no credit no. Sometimes it is look, it is so
okay.
I'm telling you, where I sit, and investigations because so near day. Me mama interview no I have a problem with the interview.
Say, mama nankasa ne kasa no. Okay.
Oh, BBS. Say I'm pass utwi tuo atoye for a certain reason. Did she go to make a report after the gunshot?
I'm not what the reporter means the police when they invite no.
Na me say ono na
nankasa na nko police when they invite no.
What I say? Oh, nti nema nim bi hono a mesre. Ya no kasa, especially we ye manyoni na udru stage bia. Ye nyina nkra ni mu ntutu nkra ni. At best sometimes your we koma e sika kokko. Ube bia wano akasa. Asama wo beka no, manya boarding enchen den chembo. Otherwise don't talk.
So
I'm just saying that
hypothetically.
Hypothetically, I'm talking in specific terms. Sir.
Okay.
It's not all the time. And as I said, we respond to Assembly. Media for the Afia Mutiwe. Hey, Kwabla, you pass it to one Asemo. Sometimes we from me say if you are not there mean to me, ma. And I will cry the mean person. You need to make those choices. Don't let the media run your commentary for you. Don't let them push you. Because I'm on your agenda setter. I public relations. Agenda setting. Who set your agenda? Now me as a politician, I should also set my agenda. And the agenda ben I mean set it. Is it coinciding with yours? If they are conflicting, I have to weigh the options.
Where do you be enforcing no? I'm not saying what to say you to akasa. And your friends honorable. Yes, hobby. That's I'm no I get to say yes.
Me no I know her. and because I have a soft spot for women, especially in politics. Ebani say I am not the kind of but me ya ono and I me tunufo me catch and say do stage be on to no nareka. At this stage cry obi afre among kasa bi.
Say cry am say ono a o kasa wi no hu say asema ba. Nti won kasa bi free ho no. On kasa bi free ho no.
Akubi kasa ma na no kowie self dismissal. Yes,
Carlos ayin kwade say ya e no kasa e na asema.
Afutu sema ye nyina. What we say and what we don't. But Afia, let's come back to this.
You go back to registration exercise.
We're making some general observation. Okay. Electoral Commission or on a mandate. Oyemra ba. Bibia oye bia sasamra enechre. Otomra na ye watemuafo honmo a court aye twene sen. Ye nhyehyeye ne yabakosam kire say Electoral Commission no omro emraso. Waye niama tu anamo ama ye de mra atwena sen. Okay.
Yeah.
Bebre.
Yeah.
Ha. Enti sa Electoral Commission aye bibi na se onfa mra kwan so ana se okwati aye de wo ye na. Adwobre ye komra nim. Ye kosere mra mamra kasa. Eno nti na eda ne da se ye kasa se ye temuafo no. Ombebo modern se omode peri yo any attention ni ebe ye adwuma because omo ye nipa ombetumi adi adanse kru mu omutumi adi intention. So it is our duty when we pray for judges also so ombenya kokoduro ede ose ayo ama mo ane ayo mo ane omuda bia ayo omuda bi eno achi yane adasa wo de asem kodan court a na obegina media wo run case. What are we doing? We seem to be running our country on media lies. It doesn't work that way. Uni abamu a ana okasa doso wa fidie mu o. Wo abamu dia ma wunuma nkasa ma. That's something I believe in.
Okay.
Of course, your work should speak more for you when you are in government. And if you are in opposition, your words must rather speak for you because we need to meet. Now, Ayana are opposite. And, you know, those who have held this country for the past 27 years are both guilty. Nagana for they be omuna ye toss you in between. Now, no make assembly, I was ACD the platform you are making. You're presenting manifesto. I can tell you with certainty that the CPP has presented the best manifestos in this fourth Republican dispensation
compared to parties now.
I'm telling you, policies and programs. Come on.
Are they not translating to win for CPP?
It is a choice.
Ghana for Nana.
The choices the one at Wabano. Made Antirano made the BB and Phantom. If you are, what way is that? Maybe so person they are an answer when you are going to say, Corabon for Befam plan as open with any ye that. Ntianyama no kasa no nebe yi aya wo adwiri mu abere se akwai me yada no me hwema no
ana ma me ma chance kakra.
Thank you. Ebi kra ho ma onya na dwiri so betie wo kwose oba ne pe na onya na dwiri so betie wa bere na wa twama. So it's a two-way affair, but I'm telling you on our part say ye be man na ye be se pe no
na ye mo famu de
ya fire ho ya ye famu de ya gusu ye. And I make catch on upa for two seniani. Sure, now we are referendum here watching you know. And I'll tell you why. Then people itself was not clear what they wanted to do. Say about to this is swaba. How?
Are you sure they were not clear? Say omo kind of manifesto. In fact, omo first manifesto
no. They were not clear enough about it.
Okay.
Then DC had also made that promise. They were not clear about it. That is why there was confusion.
Okay.
The CPP checked our manifesto 2016. Say to allow for MMDCs to be voted for. No? As I said, we amend entrenched and non-entrenched clauses. So we're clearing our minds. Yeah, my timeline. So within 6 months, say about power 2017 January, by August, prepare legislation at the parliament. Ama ya pass it. By that time, no, because a referendum will be required, no, Ghana for do nyina no yama yato aba amend and trend clauses but who was talking about it yakoshia Catholic Bishops Conference here program bi me sorry jina ya make can assembly be on behalf of the political party. Some of our people did not even know that we had made that promise in 2016. So what I say enti me ka say the kind of system a ye running wo Ghana no ye ntiatie ye ho Afia Pokuaa kasa me ntumi buntie no na mabusa na sem enti in the end no bo hu say nipa na kasa wie no kra no asem o kan na ye say busa no ho question it's not conversational I don't for pani bia o ye MPP for one protocol officer could be offering I say kwabna your problem back on say we engage too much in intellectual masturbation in Ghana.
Intellectual masturbation.
Yes. Ono kwa ne de na oka na masturbation so dey for production in ma. It's only when you allow for the intercourse of ideas. Let the opposite thoughts meet and synthesize. That's when you make progress. Oh. And the intellectual masturbation no.
Okay.
Na yen tietie ye ho.
Yeah.
We ka opposite.
We exchange ideas.
It's only when the opposites meet. That I say, and a productive.
Okay. But my even call with general observation about the Sanso.
The Electoral Commission under the circumstance with all the bashing, Afia, they've done marvelously well.
Easy for no.
I've gone around Ashanti, I've gone around Western, Mako Central, Mako mia mempeso aso Blue East.
Blue East.
Nyame adomo a ebia chani fiara mu baako. Enter Eastern region.
Okay.
Me can't say be actual. Me control me doing working tampo SDA primary school. When I'm me co school. Me call home. I can tell you say baby I'm chini na kintampo for no
the best
discipline, organized. Party say one man this in MPP for a party I am fire agent and call. And I'm telling you that it should get to a point where we should not send party agents to registration centers. They don't serve any purpose except to create.
I'm create tension no.
Because paper trailer at the end of the day, one more register somewhere, we still get it. You call off center on we go and pick it. And then managing and maintaining some crowd centers one becomes another issue.
Yeah, and cost.
Cost. It's not a mechanic. Where does the money come from? Oh, indeed, the way we run things, a problem. But me, baby, I make it as me call you. Electoral Commission the protocols no ye adwuma ye were uncertain times mu COVID ya dama esese di ehuni ahuni ni o COVID udi huni a afia anyimre se me kwa me punu sa na fe manum bi waho me kwa no ha na ye di bi ba ye nim di ano na ba ko bi ye fra no tim forward hwehwehwam na me de hwentia ene prekasa awo no garlic dem ginger dem enti me hwiam bi me punu na me num bi ana kra de ma dwen se me dware bi fata se COVID no ye betimi atu ni so sa enti ahonidie hohoro wonsa ehun ya so be koni pamu ade ohun akọ forefore nkrofo e ahonidie didie na build the immune system o ya na wa rest na wa da niama esese ye ya yenye no COVID abase obekye nyansa. COVID ababekye say sikani bia no one man sika broso. Because who here bibia unya.
Also kra usa.
Thank you. And so instead of learning the positive things out of it no. Ye ya na ye bu ye ho ye friend say. Na apo boni asisie. And ye asisie ho. Ukọ ayi a friend say marketer. Ade tomatoes are near turn 2 cedi no and near turn 10. You do this to ourselves. Ye need to ema ye ho. Yonku ho akire no afena na opese ubu no
but unza o kan o honom say baby a okọ enyina na largely electoral commission aya ade no kode your research so mo ka je say for instance security presence ewo centers no reduce from 79% to 71%.
Now whose duty is it to provide security?
Is it the electoral commission? And your police police service.
So you see me my electoral commission di nti wo ko refer to report to
okay now the same report
okay me pacho me observation
okay
I'm not going to question code you
okay
or contradict them or corroborate theirs And
but also go around into also go around into
yes. So let me speak mine.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't think so. Me me try more di etwan kontompo. There are challenges I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, me na me person me confirm me the oka no.
Me say security me nya security babia me koye na police ni bi ani ho. Kintampo SDA school ho na police maame na no fire service. Ana fire service ni. Ana no of course security. So what I say. Na security for no more no at the end of the day. There is no better security than the security the civilians offer ourselves.
Yeah.
So sometimes we make it look say, never be discipline. Yeah, attitude na nyentia.
Okay.
Because police folk ko BBC say yeah, afeni ebe say they are brutalizing people.
That is so.
Yeah, nipa ya o. Enti the hard mono. At the end of the day, no, your attitude, bottom line. Anna registration no send a sequel. Ya no kwari ya ni no nkomo okwa bid no simado do sign no de register akade ya se ye de be ma no sa pepepe na ye de ma wana me registration card kama ye ma me gina on mu guarantee owura bi mid crowd na nka friends me wie ye nka me ko na ba yo se o me ofa se adi mini Ghana card ni bi mini passport nti mesraw
guarantee mame okay
minim no
okay
enti me wo faase ba ko na koye me say Ibrahim minim nti wo betumi adi adanse nti wo so na emi ye guarantee ma no nti me ma guarantee ma nipa ba ko
okay
me wo nipa 9 mo a betumi guarantee
yeah
nti obi a ohia guarantee biaro so ni mi ko na minim na wo betumi aba mama ya
in fact report on sa kan ko for mo dey contract sa guarantee system no
omudi jiska ase apobo no bi no na wo so pe guarantee na se ko mo bi jiska obi mo tua de ane na waso jejirije again asianti but you remember say ye be shadi ase no people were saying so adene nya ye every say Ghana card ni passport people do say na ewo say let's start it yes start it. Have you seen a deficit? Have you seen a problem? At least the number,
guarantee more.
Numbers no kosro. We are registering. Papa, why don't we want to talk about the positive side and always want to talk about the negative?
In fact, me say me share that pa man for my passport anko to use the guarantor system so that me who said the process ntie. Me baba ako me na me maame me enu ne ye ko on normal register. Me say okay, young guarantee. Your file processing. It was very simple.
Thank you.
Very simple, Tema.
Afia,
yeah, need 30 minutes.
Me enya ho grown so me I was questioning why the law was being made a change to. If you want ask the easy. And there are minutes of iPad that will tell you that I questioned it.
Okay.
But you cannot engage in an endless debate over issues. At some point they must stop. We must bring closure and move on. Ultimately trust said that bia me be dia chinye. Nyame adom at least the numbers are going up.
Yeah, encourage 9.8.
Enchiwa ekoso a enye no. Ye ntretene. Na no ebi ni de ohe. Ya say ayi babi no ho no a time ese omo hya ase no. Omo contem.
Yeah.
Me boa.
Report and capture here. Bebre started 7 o'clock no.
Thank you. Enti why are they delaying? Yan hwe na yan improve. Dem say asese aka one face ana two.
Yeah, aka face back face
5. Ansa na ya ayi mop up,
yes.
Until there's an opportunity to improve on what they do. But I fear problems in the case na jina nipa ye ko hon mo no. Me call but station be the Kaswala kwano so ye fro. Is it God's way or God is something? Number 1. We do hon mo na police officer no wo hon mo no I me bo abaso. Ya de pa ma nyini din. Oni immigration ni. Oni microphone obo hanya kakra microphone edin. I say, boss, that's how I'm doing it too. Sometimes I let them see that I can display. Then they keep quiet. Then I arrange them quiet. Now I say, good. It's a good strategy. Now, woman in Crofoi, Obane, Obabia, Okutam, Eba. Under normal circumstances, you're vulnerable. Entinka, Onko District Center. Now, Onko Trinity. Obaya no open time. Afia opentem no opentem no or say ye man mpa nkrofo na di line no so no na ono ye ntwo ne din ha na beti ase sa ana registration officer no aro no o ka chere say enu ntina ya ye provision say mo san nkrofo no monko district center but what bahanu no ye ya ma de a ene to bo ase ya ma okonwa atena ase di line no mu eduru wo so a ye be ya ma nti ase ye adwuma enti sometimes no kasa any the way be see afa di ho nkomo na no na me gina so akase one problem ba ku si wo baby out of ye wo 33,367 registration centers because of the cluster system no you reduce it to our 6,000 I'm say 200 and now a number bisa. What I say at a go I want to register nationwide. Afia say a mumba kum yenu miensa and I say oha out of 6,000 100 any problems. Yeah, then I will generalize it, sir. Okay. The whole exercise, you know, is bad.
Okay.
You're not being fair to facts.
Okay. Inti enye fair, sir.
And no make us me as someone make I'm not doing a comparison. Okay. I'm saying that every human process, exercise, you are likely to have challenges and issues. My issues yet to say, and then I had a norm.
Okay.
Yeah, be right. The yenyan right, you know. Also, any the yenyan wrong, you know. And the only I do no a journey fan. But what the maker? Na yenye mujidie say. Ade na ye ya ma yankasa ye ho. Na mom ye ko jina pen bi say. Me ade no kra na me mpese ye be ye. Enti say ye na say sinto bi aba. Me ka mo bi ahunu say. Me ka ni ye tie yanka sinto no ma. Onhwe ya, una okoye obi ana o say ayi dwumadie no. Or therefore, o ka gu no. Ye nya ne sa, ye nchichiri man sa ma ni ye. If you say ya anya so a enka aba no ye be dey ni ato 2020.
Exactly.
Na de eya me nwanwa kakra ene say Afia so nim say 2020. E dey be campaign. Ye campaign me boa.
But ye nya te se kane no.
Bo de e be one on one cry ye campaign. The moment you are going to embark on any campaign exercise, you are opening yourself to risk. Because you are going to engage somebody. Science for no so basically ye nyanhu NC po the mode of transmission a conclusive of this COVID.
Yeah, that's so.
You are ready to campaign, but you are not ready to engage in a registration exercise. You are ready to vote one day about say 40 million crown na your the population may go up. And a 40 million in na to about you are ready say nipa 40 million enkoto santene that ba kupe o. No monto aba. When you are ready say over a period of 40 days that same 40 million no enkoto santene tro omudi. Unye Judasa. Now we Nebuchadnezzar.
Unye Judas and I is carrot.
Sometimes you wonder why. So you are ready to do certain things. I am more risky. You are ready to say to something one day. 40 million. I'm using a very measured number. So 40 million. And no, dear. COVID-19 is not an issue. But for 40 days, that same 40 million, and COVID-19 is an issue.
Okay.
But what is this?
My two arguments, nothing.
It doesn't make sense to me. I just say, Obi, why not just say, me pet a fear Pokuaa. Into dear someone here for said, then cry. Nasano, and so many. It cannot also be right. Now, no, Nana me so they are country electoral commission. Me bo mabasubi. They have been very responsive, focused, and determined. Yeah, can't some for mu. But Omo remain calm. I say bia Omo respondo.
And I say cross the own some yet then they explain the facts.
Daily updates. Omo update here on the facts. I me course mate back Fred, Tete, we are the research. You're doing well. So that's here. We should encourage that to build the capacity of the commission. It's beyond one person. It cannot be about one person. The Colossus Aforijankra Oko the commission nungui. Emui so kanga koi. Mema pasafu kantanka okoi.
Yeah.
Josia osabuate oforibuate on the dika neck. Okoi. Enti me individualize enyema na emma yankoye ho chinchin.
That's why na ashase kra na nkofo Nigeria mensa na Charlotte say no be I worry say. Man attack nipa no odi anim no. There's an institution and what processor or the edge. My Bakabila Mesa about Hobium. Mamako University of Ghana Political Science Department, Dr. Sasante, Adie, or the mono so there. Professor, no, or Chadia pa. Or no one is also a journalist say, or SPM practical and theory in a good team. And now they ban. Doc, can you make good evening?
Yaura.
Me patcho so hoye dear.
Yakani.
Doc chire mu na usua amanyosem a wotiase anim de e wa amanyosem mu sa registration we a ekoso yi ye ka sese a according to amanyosem se de onim no e the democratic process se de onim se de yete no de ye ne kwan so
ye no kwan so se na abato commission o chirechiro di no ne kwan so ya men na nya hawo ene nya keka ho baby wo woro kontokwawo baby wo ho woro tuotio wonga wodi mekosira nkrofo ani na ho ne enadi democracy chi chiwa de kase kora won fanya sa na wo free and fair elections wo nkrabata bibiri ebi ni fair wo twitwo hyewo so make boundaries electoral boundaries na ebi ni se wo hwe na wo chiri odin voter registration no ehihia na ebi nso ne se ye code of conduct na ya saade no nkrofo kura nkaye no yewu wo hwe ne ekokoso wo men ha bataba tayo ekokoso bebre na ehia sa code of conduct no uko Cambodia uko Seychelles uko sa hono na wo sa code of conduct political parties ni ifia brano na wohwehwe niema nkoye na wode atotoye na wode atotoye yewu no pefi en fair election yewu saden ehuhia ekadin kire wo na efe wo bodawuru buta education udira kire nkrofo niema etese ye wo niema battle commission eso kire omanfo ye wo niema civil society eku a won sha bangase won so a won che butia ku bi ase yewu won so wo kire mu na eye niema bebre niema mi anka bato dinche one de anka ne kwangane na ne keka ho no eno na democracy ti ende chikora
enti pacho de keka ho na mpese meji wadwene wo ho se de ye se de wa che de keka ho na mpese meji wadwene wo ho no. Hello doc
no waso
de keka ho no ye sesi ye a ye fa nkrofo fi baabi basing of voters wo ma akotwo mu din ne ye de omu fi baabi ne ye de o makọ afe ye kotwa party agent fuedi nipa we ofri ha na ye be pick challenge form no na akoye asem adane ntokwa tension ba eni ntokwa ya esase ye banda abepie ka so a ye tututuo yi enem busa se eno so eka ho na eso ana eno de ya chi akora
enka democracy ti saden hwe democracy nin kwabata bako pa ne se mra wo de mra na ye enunti anamu bi awutun mra no mra kwan so na wo de fa obi ba be kire oni din wonti ase wo krata wo ho wa kwa kire wo abatu commission won akwa hwiem o so mfata won ayi ni din afum asem tietia bibi na ekoso na won pa wayi police asikiu won no man na ma won tumi na wo yusu mra ene ohye na wodi adwuma amianen na mom se wankasa wodi tumi na hye wonsem a eno de wayira kura wayira ni am pese tie fo teme se wo pese wo ben democracy a se wo be di mraso onipa biara oni mraso no pese oba democracy mu no muntu abenti aso ni pakon oyo mangboy ni yo
enti doc me person my specific say kaswa case ya tutu ohoyi bana de ye kum obi ba o ya one second me owu sesi yi na yemra NDC press conference on ka say obian so right say o defend o bon ho ban enti say de e tutu ya mu hu de police for yi obian mo ne ho ban mpacho no so chemu ma say why na this de o ka sa che ya ba Ghana registration exercise and democracy mu because say edincho no can process na ye dey for democracy enti why na de ba mu e ba ne say ne abedu he
nia edi nga ba bedu ya no say ya yiro kwan hwe onyankopon ba den obo nipa gu asase so na sabre no na yes start say ye retrew nipa no do so no ye hu say ehuhia say ye nyamra ye nyoman na so man no e begina ho amayen na waboye ho ban enunti nipa jetu mu say aban bimra no median so na saban ne ba ade bi no nyama yen omoye ho ban na oboye ho ban se a omoye ne japade ho ban oye saade na ye besom saban bi ne mra so
okay
eno ni social contract enunti aban bi o ho na ye na sade se ni dikan obo me ne ho ban na oboye ne japade ho ban na oye saade na ye be di ne mra so ye be na tum na so kwan no emu bia nia eye me no ye yira so kwan na asamaba won eboye ho ban tumi a ye dia ma ban aban nso amfa nya adwuma no wammo ye ho ban asamaba nti wo behu se obi asori a na opese o ye ni metia oman no na so kwan no na ye na hwe ya ye de ni pese ye de kire so urade mpamu hwe polisifu adwuma ne se wo boye ho ban wo sa ne mai nyina nennew ye tumi ha police adwuma no wa kire obi now a friend officer that boy in your custody release him Yano police phone says ye beto abasa ni owa ben mu wo de police ni wo don sa kan ni pa asamaba opposition wo don sa kan asamaba police phone nsu bi wo ha wo nsu ben nsu nye ejije sa ne men so bibi kura na ko yina tutu a o de din akotu gba eno na de nga bedia efei ye nyatwom ade a eha wo mani yehu da na se ye ba ko to aba ana ye ko chiri odin a anse mu nyina ba ye nyato aba wi a bibi ye nsi ye na akoda ye num bi ye wi fi na esan ko tu bi aba bi wa ana ye be chiri odin fufura na sa anse mu abeseni yenko
okay
ye mpese ye nya eye enyo bi ano ye ye mpese ye kesi ye be
enti says we no doc nyatwom no wa hwan ho yisi ho anasa amanyoko no ana security for no
yo ode
mi busa say we no ye nya problem we a entokwa asi isi kasa political parties NDC for so omunyi police for ni enti omun fa sam no ko say de be ya ne say unya tuo unya sekai unya abao wo so fa bo ho ban Christian Council ni ade kaseti ase de koso kaso yi enye no kwanso sese nya atwom na woka no efi ho aho na eba
eye nyina eye party fo eye aban nkrofo eye opposition fo eye menon yo yen am institutions abrase yo ya won bang bofo yo wo bo bang na se aban nkrofo didi won etia na fe de adwuma no krampo wo huni awoye e bi sia na won adwuma ye den won adwuma de okọ nani ma obi apian oritu na fe police wo adwuma ye den wo ha bi tiro ye ko tiro aden ti na eso wusu obi nsa na wo de no ko wo be hunu obi kro bi nsa party ni kro bi nsa obi ankra bi kro bi nsa na akwakọ ye ma ayesa aden ni ye pese ye so mani dan asemi a
okay ba na doc na mi busa say hinnam fom so na nkasa wo say easy ono na kabila kra ka say
o fom si a efi oni pa ba ko ho say subani wodin wo ba se nkrofo koi enye ni nyina na e party fo ni pe bi wo ho kra wonye wo ya nkra o me party de me wo adi he de mabua wo ngama wo ayese you party fo so kan aban nkrofo nso bi ka ho police fo bi nso ka ho wo ngaye wo apiagegem na wo hwe neko
okay
so menem ye ka ho ya de bebre na ye ngama anyin wo menma ene fi nya atwom ade bi na so bi ye na ye bone a wo be ka jere o ye nka no wo kwa asem na we say na ama asem na ye basa yen ye gigenia maso aferi erigi enzama na aferi ye turo na aferi ye tietiam ade na ye da na asem ni.
Okay. In this case, yeah, a yawa kumsi di say na yen handle asem no. Say almost police force o mu hwem. Yenya asem no manenya sa na say the NDC ka no. Say obi akọ registration center pe abai bi sha ho. No bi ya so cross o a onso de abontrim.
David so kwan na de enyo kwan na nen. Wunya ye sa so wakọ ne hops can state of nature onipa wa abrabon wurin tumi nkese otena adebechon. Na sa so ye no ho no fi wode dade obi anso da so beko ho enyinti na yesi aban ene na asrafo moye ho ban na woye saa yanzu ye bedi mraso ni jeri se atia ne muye tojufo yi won hawo bebrebe na mo won abo men ho ban fitetete besi ne won ana beko so aye bebrebe tiro bi adwene adibi hawo bi a ofan koto nganim won anya ye beka nganim na mo se wo di tumi beka won sam na wakwako kuka nsem bi wo ho wakwako tutu otio wo de mekwa kogu nkrofo ani ani de wuchi nipa ayesa no ne omanfo ntie ne se nipa biara wo pese won fa mra kwa so wo pese wonya tumi wo di tumi ma wona wo de yenya mahuna won to abagie won yara ho de nen wo obi an kasa de nen yara bi wo na wo pese wo tutu atio ha wo na wo pese wo de mekwa be group bi ani yo ma ke da abato ne du ha bato abatia wo so wo ko trafie na wo ba yes ade matram.
Okay. But doc mbacho mamusa de twa tokwa wunyiri se we omampani a wote akonwa so no enkrofo ka se be anko no kwa mekasa afi o mepamu minister no no va ni nansi form se ono obo e ho ban so obi a yato abama na de Ghana nyina hye ne sa ogiri se ne kwa so na we de enfa omampani hu
se ono no di o menyo so nti na no kasa de se babonten yo na se onipa biara nso a onimde no hwede no hu se nia enye bia no unhia se wo yo mampani unhia se wo ye Ghana ni na hu se ade ye mfom so kan asam na sa suban ezio menha ezi se kokoko ba ebesan ye nyina na no ne yempe nti obiara nkasa wo ade bi ye nye ho ne hu waka na waka kire won a nyuma no wode ahwe won se so wonye wonya wasan abo ngati yu san wo yo man na ya bribebre ye kokko nipa wo hwo wo bu man no ye kokko won dodo Tesania, what are you in a baby? Debbie. Well, what said you were you met as a way of moment? It is a 1 year. Don't tell anyone 1 year.
Okay.
Okay.
Doc, Major Waba, who school near our chair, dear Kabila, or running for General Secretary. Banami Busa say, bueno, a chair sent to Quabit me as C 2020 as I say, you know, baby, as I said, I'm Shaka Crabba and Confoso because I this for so months nothing. Na obi meka wo mkasa bo na omo emra wo musu ento omo so bo omo ho ban because omo hunu say aban ni ntumi mo omo ujiri say bibi betimi esi 2020 wo say eme yesuro
okude onyankopon mempare yem ere mada da na da ere ma yen kai hu say oman ye di nipa na ye yen kai hu say obeyo oman a eyemra enunti obi bi na nya ode a enye woda ama police fo nya wo adwuma yen kan wo ani obeyeni
okay
wona yeni ya nasa abangi Gyaso nasa abanpra oto abetia so ni pa akon asem tie dia yen tumi no yen fanya adwuma yen tumi no se so bi anye adiye no so pitumia nso tumi man obiara o man infamra me adwuma no peso obeye adebasa opeso obesei omeni opeso obeye nyama basa na nso tumi man ezo mfa man yen bu no yesi na o de man na dan utu abetia na so tumi mabio e bo mra ne yere
my me was a doc and one also watch him no Dr. Esa Asante the political science department wo Legon and na watch him ade ne de obi am na ni na ho na wo de wa hwe amanyokuo no obi a wonya na de se ese no na wato abatie no obi so beka se na Elvis free ankrakan no before I beto aba na yakun a na oye ne den into security yan ne enye se before ya beto aba na Kabila yan samra nchen wo studio anim se ni hwe ni nyina ye elections ye beko 2020 no ye nam kwan so aye the right thing wabo isi fo abaso say odi ni nyina kambom dia o ma ya de yenka papa ansa na ya kambone no anase nye me afa ya adwen nyina ankobone no kwan so isi aye ne fam de ye ko 2020 no de na wose ye hwe na yetumi aye ne say ya ase de okay ko se beto aba no
me fi say ayi nkomo ya di ni me kan we a na chese ano asem asano no nti na me di si ha ni nyina ne gina yen omanfo no yesu ni ye bae ne kwan ya fa so adi juma ya so die ne kese da so pa so die no ne fan bi so eda electoral commission no so say the na me ka say wo ma ye responsive inam say ba binum won mo a wo nkrofo ya fa wo mo no temporary staff a wo mo fa wo no mu di nsehunu no ana say wo mo to ntanchia no wo mo twa mo san immediately yete ana omo adika boy ka ye say no mo e wo nkrofo a ya train mo ye on standby the ombekwa ko replace ade say ye bo mo abaso na no ntre say ni nyina no nkika bia mai de aka no so ye be che wo mo say omo modern say ombetiniti na ne mani nyina bekoto ne fa bia me ka de awie me cheche ni no akasa mfa ho bambo adwuma eye bambofo na ehwe enti posi sahene ene na pamfo mpanimfo edimu migration for yusu omo fire service yusu omo customs yusu onom mesre wonom omu nyina mokọ ba bia adwuma mudi no mabo owura bia baso me say police ni na wo God's way
ya wo kaswa ho no
senya over trust kaswa
okay
senya breku side on abujumburam area ho mesre se wo mo aka no so wo mu nyina eni mom mene so no mu ni dwuma se de sise na fata ni krakra no so ma be yo enye yo man for bra ene kire se ye pa ye be ye ni ye ama o my Ghana asom ye aye ade papa de ama ye nyina se de ye nije se ye betena Ghana hai ye nya so emfaso de bi na me kai nyina ye ho
mama musa we o hwe wunu no ndisi ne MPP omo no mate ntokwa ye gine mu a omo de aboso na kwan omo fa so omo so asamanyofu amanyokuo no omo ye omadwuma no eso wani go ni omo nyina na ko iPad
o mi me ye omo ho kai review ha de mekane se omo ade omo ye na eye omo fa omo nkoso nye
omo fa
de enye soso a omo nka hunu se the way yes ya amanyo e wo politics I wo o my Ghana no politicians amanyo fo ye ho ye nkrofo hi se ye ni ya nke ho ye nkrofo hi sa but ade ba kwa me pesa me kan ye o manfo Afia who say politicians are your hand mono. We are only a reflection of the people.
I agree, mom.
Yeah, corruption. We catch as a politicians are corrupt. Ghanaians are corrupt. Ghanaians cutting corners, deals. What kind of thing is that? Obia onye juma crop so odi there. Of course, school we secondary JHS. Or person done Mercedes Benz. What kind of standard is that? What life is that? Ye bra ye ni ye a eyemaye. Yanye ni ye so a eyemaye ankasa. But of course, those in political leadership, you have responsibility to say, you better boa me ya shape the attitude of the people. And when you failing no, you setting good standards. You building value system one. Ebe ma man for who say, enye bibia niska.
Ya mama na wase ye nua bema kwabra bonfe era ne general secretary MCPP amenyoko no no kire mu efa de ekoso amanyosem ene ade ni nyina eto was election 2020 at the end of the day say ne waka ne wasi sudua no wo Ghana ni no Ghana fo na yekoto aba no yenya se de bia ye skill ya dwen na ye ne NDC ni MPP nko ano eno de emwa me be ka mo messages no e de ama mo sesi a numbers no so obetimi afreyen na wa join na de nkomo na baso how akumsi on resign ana mo on resign na na do mekasa ana mo mekasa registration is so far etisen ekoye ana achia NDC say so mo de all means possible e be defend omo eye kwan no ana say the dog any nkofo bi Christian council ni other people aka no baby aye keka kono ye to aso sa wa hwe ya na kwakofa asem e de aba roda osayafo project manager Emma Kodeo wo Kodeo secretary to emuso omo na ekwa research a omo chese ne ma bi so otochew akwa se entokwa ne basa na ekoso registration iti no ye ya adwene efi ne ma bi ehia ati se social distancing nkofo mfa nya adwuma registration centers sanitize omo mfa bepa omo sa montete montem monye ene ade nyina ye yi adwe fi ho some of the centers kwa ho no say dodo na nanka wo say security for ho ne na kwa eswate road anyume ya ma good evening ni akwa ba
mejo so me ni aba
me pa cho mo report na mo de buy no be yanka bone to fa che say mo ko ye nyina first phase second phase third phase ni fourth phase nyina e koso no mo hwehwe ni nyina mu no mo body nyina to fa easy for ya ade registration akoyie ana still ankofo bi o me Ghana for esafata no ye ntwere omudin
yo me da CP na me chia wetiefo nyina so so na yedi nkan no yedi report ba ko ba ebetu agya no na ye for phase 1 na report a yedi 2 agya no e for phase 2 and phase 3 a anano na electoral commission ti be wie yes so mo ye phase 4 but report emma nyema a ye share ye no ye share about 200 registration centers e wo memu afana baby bebre na every day bia na registration each phase be 6 days. Into observers, no more observer will move 4 days for each of those phases. And na every day be observer be able sending the report. Nye kan ni na bo mu no. Ye analysis no en sem na ye hu ye no ebi for one. Senya wo kan na COVID ho. Ene COVID ho sem sen na ye toto ne fa. Ekoyi ana enkoyi na ebi nso fa embra ho sem sen ye this one na ye ndi so. Ene ebi nso fa logistics, performance of devices any other. Na me fa we na COVID in ho nsem se na wo kan many agemo pa say sometimes one say ni kodi baby pa ko na ye refi baby ye ni say ye re abetin say we mu na electoral commission for the say bi gu kwan se na be yanka ye betimi continue ade no na so far no even though registration centers bebre no omobo ho modern say omo hye say nkofo titi omo ntem no we were so worried say in about 24% of cases no out of them especially no na social distance no mo hye dan fa nya adwuma enti nipa no enti mubia eni honom afi we ni free honom a bibi ti say temperature guns no say obi ba ye check say the temperature na was sure na uniform and I say wo form and oni a say ye hu say baby bebre no na ha adwen omo temperature guns ne kwa I break it down enye adwuma bi de mo wrong reading baby registration center we say nipa mo be ko nyina mo the same reading enti
amu nyina the same reading
aye to the extent that there was a reason the binti na use temperature guns no say ekoba say enye adwuma na ho no touch ma bibi enko yesese ye hwe na meka say that would be bibi to temperature gun na ye adwuma na nya den a wo hwe the thousands of registration centers ye adwuma na e bi betimi break it down but ye hear na say what is the provision then share and na ye gu wo say so temperature gun esa ya esa wo ye esa registration cost one na esa e twintwen confirm say ye binya bi e de aye ana so mo obaka bi officer na so far wo sha be go no break it down no more to as when ye mu temperature ni ye check it obi amra na intro ni bi be go no mu timi jira ejai ka say agesi ye nya new one and send ya to as nti ho no no so ya de na ha adwen the e try to make wo COVID ho nsem no e fingerprint scanners and a wiping also o to start to fidie ne so scanner ne so na pick features na fidie obi ade ne say so no ka ideally no benya nka obi start to bia ne apepa na nka so de ato so enya say so a wo start to bia nka wo free ho no na wa make sure nsa no wa wiping ye but no ko ya de nko so ye say nko fo ye hwe so mo pepa wo mo nsa ho ansa no mo fi center ho kora because bia no wa pick bibi wo ho no so de akọ na uyi COVID ho nsem mi pro no ade so a ye issue kama the lack of respect for laws, the rules and regulations, and some kaka ba anano no ni na ebi efasa na emehu. They didn't kind then you should be to say unauthorized presence. Oko registration center bia you will nipa at any point in time. Omo na so wo hu kan se omo ho. Ebi a registration officials. Ebi a party agent ya session say omo na omo accreditation or electoral commission for. And I wo kwa akotwe wudi a wudi kiu it is all ye Ghana ni na say wo purpose say wo dey registration center ho enya say wo kotwe wudi a you have no business to be there unless say we are official and now we are accredited
but Roda Sankofo no ho am na de omba ho
and ebi ye party no call ebi ye party executive to say be omo ye constituency executives na omo dey ato omo say omo di omo koba omo petrol omo eya na ekosu even on election day but ni na enwanu na twitwi nsemi ba because who by who say one way, if you better we be. Meanwhile, agents or no more agents in a set or shutters a baby koya or be representing interest. Bibi nkoye ne bi ni seden se bia obi tro ni dina wugidi ye se bia wo hwe na on qualifier na agent na fa waje challenge form no wacho regime. It is I ko ba say ye wo other people and so mo ho no mo nyina crowd wo registration center MYN. And the other issue say obi nwa ense se wucho udi wo ba bi na officer kocho any right apart from say age so 18 years now say Ghana ni no as I say wucho udi wo ba bi a wuchidi ye se ho na wote and I ho na wo free and now officer wo to aba enti eno se ye niam ni bi a akotwetwe nsem aba. And the other issue say obi no ma officer wo use force so obi aba na wujidi ye se on fatanti um pese obetro ni din eno ya de a o yes na to say one respect laws no
fine but brother muke
me say obi ani efie se bi owo meet me chwani mkase bi a wo ye Ghana ni na wo ye Ghana ni emom se bibi ti me jidi se wo ye Ghana ni a meje form na district registration review committee no mo tenate no matter o mo sa afro o mo beto nsan so afro nipa na o challenge on ni ebusa obi anu matem obi evidence owo na afro mo decide the Kobasa and Pennyampa, we are Ghana and now qualifier, do card at the time I would show the challenge or for card name.
Okay.
But a Kobasa, almost not something no muted the year, Pepper do card amount. Almost no evidence, Mr. Sampa, qualifier, almost for card name out. It would be a free registration, register and voter register.
Okay, but Rhoda, where are okay now? Could they report? Mom will say clearly, NDC, MPP, and as a political party, so I'm going to boom ranaso. Adena kodo e muntu minya reports nka ne plain say omona omubu mra so. Oh,
yeah report no shema can sem bebre na ni na achi ba ye conclusions and ye can sem bebre ye condemn the conduct of women na ye mention NDC and PPP ni nyina wo ma ye ka cho mo say e so mo hwe sem mra na eye adwuma na omunya say omo anka say you see omo pe e de ye na me bi nti ka cho no de ya ka wo reporting.
Okay, na mo report mo hu de course wo ka so abana any other places mo hu report consider ni nyina aka ho
say oka bandana oka ka so en fe de aba nyina tuma ye violent na basa
sa
then e medi ye din ka campaign e wo studio no kodi constituency dia ye onipa ba ko pe a o observe enti or follow registration center bia Catholic primary school e wo kro we mu a this week no this phase obetina hono obe observe na the following phase we move to another registration center and say possible say nsem bi bebre beti a yempo yehu ebi ni kaswa de ye wo observer e wo ewutu senya it but at the time I say we see na that registration center na center e hono na observer ne wo and but that say you register observer wo banda but honestly registration na center na observer no na nye be dia sa se mi see but ni na echi no eno so nchese because you observer hu ana one thing you don't want to accept it. A lot has come up into these issues have to be condemned in the way that they deserve.
Me apart from EC, the na namuka chom say sano. And then many modern report ya be political parties in there. We share NDC press conference you my ya na just idea we enjoy say because NDC so omuni anu MPP before years so mbejai. So omo so be defend you omo. Inti going forward more report we area enye paper keke. Mobile dan no make sure ebe ye adwuma ngasa say recommendation de njenja mo de aba yenye ni say na ye yenye ni say no obi atumi atwe ndi na ebe dan na ye adwuma
na me ni masam no de say na waka na say na esia no obeka na say ni obi be ye no anase onye no so ya another issue but no nti na ye call on all Ghanaians first of all ye nyina ye hu ni emranity ana ye nyi familiarize ye hu say rules mi say na say na obi anya na famu de politicians no person we on be at least who yes citizen you want from there but at the same time you place call to the security agencies someone that what the powers to enforce the law because you can only say and so we've called on them to almost someone you majuma if you say a course about kumienu na ye hu say bibia enkosi aga eno na ema shebi mo din say any ade no kwa we a obetimi ageti away with it and they say the calls go to the security agencies the investigation omo ya e be form acho say almost PDF ade we nya because 2012 a similar exercise violent incidents bebre to see sa kodio bobo ni na no na you follow each of the cases in all the regions nothing there. You call police officers or district police commanders. It's a case where you promote your updates now about what is the progress. Now, a young woman to say most of those cases in Overcorner, yes, no updates. Yeah, track issues now to the point. I don't know. I die natural death. They should then the real conclusion to the matter as far as the prosecution of those corporates were concerned. And say, no, yes, to be say, yeah, money to us to assembly bar. They say, we're buying now, Bia, and an ultimate can be. Name after 1 week, after 2 weeks, saying a bay. You be who be in so be an answer, say, and the can. The ancient year, and going to December. No, now, Faye, I hear when you're not say, it's in whom is true near the other showman for, but yet to me, Eddie and Nancy from Nay Fata and a bebwa.
Okay, and going forward, yeah, a friend saying, say, difficult class a band for see. And this, for instance, I can say, quote is a good day on the Moya in Yachum, because I semi shas, no more cancer banda, say a kumobio, man casa. Other places man kasa awa kumsi de ba afena ase monya ahoden ne ano amoba be kasa ti omo say we a report amode benya anya atwom na mo ye that is why omo say omo shada fanya adwuma omo de ne say obia se ne abao sikan yo defend ho
Mejide say obi kasa na bia nipa no obo ni chim se bi na kasa is not based on fact because at all times registration exercises issues even the entire electoral process BBS babia ye condemn okay say ya waso edie ba ya ye maya no du ye kan na say ye kan no pono ebi mu any anje say ye kan ye nsem no nti no de obi ani obekasa bia kodi on kasa some of these things me jidi ye say ye based on fact ebi na nipa no won ni sudi as ye kan no wante but ye can some of these things all the time and like I said no your statement we na eba this week and that time na banda de no eti. And you're making sure that in this statement, you're referencing Banda issue, you're condemning say any fata.
Roda Mayana was a numerate any Jumakasi Amoyan or Code on Yabasan Babet was because he say a reporter a monitor Motaye. In Tiabasan, any final report to some registration exercise. No, and I heard in to say this. At their fata security agencies no so. Mijidi say be a more calm police for any other people I think. So for instance, in all the registration centers, no, Nipadudua a security officers no esote. And also a point of concern. And also they do one ma. Now by na any party for so the marshal almost say, Obi amoy home by the any massa. Yeah, compare boys. No more amoy home by. Inti and also yeah, mo check it. IGP also MM. Era se papa. Yenu aba Roda, Roda or say Afro a project officer. Emma Kodeo collection of domestic election observers. And then naturally and common man to 0302 243529 0302 243547 and 0302 243529 and 0302 243547. Ofra, wako straight to the point. NDC no problem, MPP no problem. Mame first how akumsi on resign and answer what is the way forward. The Kodeo can ababen any betimi afa wom. NDC so on born by at any cost. Any solution and answer no the M whatever it is, o de chewa jintitia nyafe na ba obechia said there will be a betimi nya kwan. No so na no ebedru jom ebi at the end of the day no a democracy dodo amemu NAA, NDC, all right, ND MPP, all right, Obia or the CPP, PNC, all right, so join the party, Bia, to remember, Fred, MS, and away NDC, in a way MPP, now see, sir, what committed crime, and your crime, where your choice, and our constitutional, and they are my yena. No, if you say any salary for Kaswa Zongo, say the media should commend the people of Kaswa Zongo because I say me by Nina, woman comport your more according to Bra, Obia, Bibia, a to Emrakra. Hello, good evening. Boss, mbacha ti say o. O ka se free. Alaji Gado Kaswa. Fada man na o ko PCC a. Okay. Alaji enti o. Okay.
You wetin you go straight to the point. O ka say no bia e opposition. O ka say binuma ko bu asisa compete on national party office. So okay.
Party ben NDC and MPP.
MPP. So okay.
And confo bi call her yes omo call her.
One say last week Newtown
party MPP party almost a kubua at the computers in your home. So one will say, yeah, registration of party office. And young this is from the way again. Sir, I have been to in California, she said, so far as my way to obey a new register, no more than one quarter to her. So, Muga, now register no buyer, I'm not for Betu Muka, some of Muka.
Na ye beto aba na che so mo cemetery ye beto aba no mo cemetery ohun
Isano Muka. Enti and young one was said to person na Mukwasam. And this is what they think you are provoke into a movie Blanca has been called Apple the book to into Mammy way into Langa while Mam had been to the Casua. When Una as Mukofo on Kuomu. Said yes to Kunkumu for Casua. And to Mammy way one guy who said Jebby Donka, Yakunu, and a copyman of the Okunu. Enti anka wakunse one jasta na yankumo nusu nasi yesi o manya de ya betra ndi fusupo o ma dika kan chete to present there ye di wo your former president kai enti ya betra police for o mun take ndi to boot to boot ya yentimi chwo din ye 2020 na on sanfani na kunya no na ga sanfani tuma pasura.
Okay yo alaji gado yanda wase o se we de awa kumsi tena me yankunu ti se ye fe se jebi dankwa na afi ne yembe kase ye be hwe obi obekunu ken kiki no se vimled good evening kabila kasa papa emancipation of the minds en na hia enye se ya adwin se miate ndc ne mpp nko a na akate ye ni se anye sa ho na ya ansesen adwin se ye be consider other people ase ya ene ye de be okro ye bo a Ibrahima Beni and also NDC people should blame their own political hooliganism. 392 and Omaya Basa sa besi ne. Afia no good evening Vim lady. Good job partner on the production team no. Moye no upon Paul no see please. Sa blame game where the two NDC so where the two MPP so MY in fact and also kan and na niema we nyina Ghana for no yan and ye santry ho e be politicians nti yan ye blame ye ho e was asem we say nyina mu. Hello good evening.
Good evening,
boss, Boko, Pacho, I knew boss. Farouk, can't you?
Yeah. Chebia, or many of our common air mama, say, and the soon of the presidency party on the way, Juma,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it, Penny. Also, I make you a point. The Shaggy Ajima Pokuaa no say if you don't say that they will defend themselves as if say they are not participating in the violence. Both parties are the same. NDC, MPP are the same. Now, if you have been in this game for too long, party, wouldn't the cost until to be a can. Now, a friend said, Dominic Usu and San, please, network no, a teacher, 80, I was a few ankradiano, Yambetua Cano, Casso Sunia, and Wanyadi, and now upon porn, no see if you are exceptional, pa, Munkoso, and Munkoso, Namuchich, and Simunasa will be a 110 and some more person can ask a Kwaku do Paco, and was a Tiamu pa. Now, it's your boy Yata, so and was if you are as a Facebook, no sound they are Tiaco, but your hoa, it's you was so betting in a clear power, Munti. And Etienne see a vessel be a Etienne. Achangoma was MPP, they are the worst na me mo be nkura ni e na Sambian Alhassan say if you say no sound do check the am pa ayi achan goma ene Ali Alhassan no so bim lady ye do pa de ende questions say tie bia e na ubusa e de amaye no Kingdom Kalichi kwasi that chomo was say this time round there e boot for boot e no ko do bie no no betena ho aka so bia emfa ne mra no enhye ne sem. Hello, good evening Obani kase Obani bajo wani
Ade umpacho midini Yaoza mi fefisu.
Yaoza kasani enti.
Very good. Ode ni edika no nyame hira pa na ode unya wiase japade na ohworo nkwa infaso bia ambaso. First before jono ofe anamo bia mitumi bia no ese mi bisa merade se eso eni ana na emre bia no se nipanya tumia na ni resi no ho ni panya tumi na ni resi se nyankopon ewo intra ye muslim fo bibia na se isha allow nyame pa nyankopon na ni panya o se oba besia ye so oba otonya adwa onto tuduro na
eno de atwemo
and your offer and my man is saying
na de ya santo abre so 1900 kwa won se oba di enim ko wo na mema no we no mada
mami
enti me fa no nya argument me say crime enye gender.
Very good. Antifua, me pacho, inti mami pa sebi 20 years. But ni be pa nesi sebi unum say ni pa ye dilemma ye register CPPO, MPP wom, NDC wom, other political parties. It is sebi sankanda to baya and a geko kan ni pebia. One say ni pa ko kan so ye MPP no, so ye NDC no. One shi ni pa kwa Mammy, the mammy, I tell you, would I to pay for Muti, friend, you know, so on resign. Friend, because Casono on your 14 vote, Nanya Medon, Obelusu Papa, Mammy on your badai. Mammy no Slonyami, also to Mamma Subai, and one as I want you for you.
Yo mama say yeuza so e de no na Kwame Nkrumah dasa no say if you am pese de ya wo kasa no pa kukudro ene ehia nyesa politicians nyina e be fie so kra na Ghana manyesem no ba bi omode kɔ no ahomte papa wo say ya santo of our time vemledi koso ana koso so London na OTA no. Hello, good evening. Ebefa no later o ahoma no ubaya na just what image national do asem na atoda ka ye first a chango mama ka message na Felix Jima and no se bimle di eti o papa munkoso ana munkoso na mo fan sem no entu ya wo de online no atiko. Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Bacho wani o ka se free boss.
Aja Bintu.
Boss o ka se free o.
Bacho Ali Taliban. Prefi Ablek Mama ya Bajoy.
Good. Yenti owe.
Moni Juma pa we are Magana for.
Yes, we are that so Africa.
Aja Bintu. Kaswa issue e bae. Onabo awa kunsi. Wonu kasa kasai. Wo call various polling stations. Ohun nipa omugu ho. Eno si no. Nkrofui Obia Bako ni Dimbia and pick from Mano. And on Safi Ho, I walk another polling station. Walk on before the Conan and Crawford when a name. Nincrawford only Omunam, no more than him. Obeshana Moto, Abacross Omu. Mammy no 2 boy no, what would not protecting who. And I mean who and NDC for. Omuti omu kasa cheni amupe yeni kromi ena NDC for omusi that voter register yi omu bishop kwan bia embaso omu anko radio station ye bi so omusi omu he den a embaso ama yo ha NDC for kase omu di omu mo jakla be gu betu ho na register embaso former president on the man mama awe mi offer wonu kasa be kase o be kan say NDC yenkoshe baby omufi omu ye violent party mebua asema omu kan ye no enu na ekoso no enti de bibia base a yenhwe NDC for yenim omu so ban yenim baby a party no afi enye ba for you say MP honorable Okunsi bebo to keke una protect no ho enti NDC omu ma ye kwan ejuma pa excellency na na do na kokufado o ye no enu na be hwe afia dia to abama no Mama pharmacy into an hour be into us.
Yeah, that's it, baby. No, any TTM. I said, oh, yeah, yeah. It's me. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Sophia.
Yes, our boss. Mpacho, I know, boss.
Family of me free Kaswa.
Kaswa, boss, ain't you?
Right. Sophia, one who baby as see the work as well. Say, we share 2016. Similar thing, happened or home. Now, say, amount baby, you know, you can't hotspot areas now work as one. That steps to Christ, no, one of those areas. And there, me fee HP.
Baby, assembly see, yeah,
baby, assembly see, and I'm making. Me fee HP. Now, when him, I didn't know air course no. I believe, say, Ghana, no,
hello, Sammy. Hello, Sammy. Mitiopa.
Aha. Ya bubu o ma print no ne wo so mu ye no omuntumi ye. Enti kasus one pa say police officer na owo ho no at that time no. Senka na o ye arm. Te se nia ye maami ba ho no ye arm na. Ka ye maami ne betutu. Ono ne security agency na ono no wo ho no ono na why ye
oh, fache abranti the credit na aso said you hum fache wa sami o message na nke pese etie pa because we dey wo honum. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, boss. Mpacho mpeja woni kakra ma me. Fache wate na ebe say bia say o credit so there. Elizabeth Nana Dankwa no say Vim, I'm watching you live from Basake Elembele. Why na this one kwesi owusu was it if you see a show pa wo Milan Italy. Ghana and some de just a moya na mbeka nyasa pa de say ya na Cosmos akwesi Pokuaa no say Vim yakopo show no producers so eni adwuma kese amoya ma Ghana say mo ankasa Ghana ho pa de say ya na wanwe ya politician de NDC MPP sa na de asan ache ebio ho mama try number. Hello, good evening. Yes,
hello,
boss.
Good evening.
Pacho ti saying
Me pacho bisa e boko na mkotokum na ayo.
Oh, kotokundi baby ayo. Adi COVID abenti baby ayo.
Me mama ba ko pe.
Yeah, for so ka say free.
Me pacho odro ni gomwa de rampon.
Gomwa yo, odro yenti o.
Yo mama me da se. Emi mi ye yipa bi radio na hu. Osimanyi na mi te e. Nye radio na osimanyi ne hwe. Na mom nsam na ofi wo ba na mi tie. Mama, e kai da Monday. Aya Monday. Enye the parliamentary candidate Emma NDC Kasai.
Yes.
Enye kasama for o kasama ye ma me hawa kumsin so Kasai. E ka da ne kasere mu du ba bi some o kan de. Ma me ma won short and o kese yi pa o won share da mo bia lengban. Mami o ka da ma semen ndo obi bia mo modi adwuma ye ma me Zim lady oyo Monday o interview about on go tie the back. Asema that the kind there. Ma many boat no okay tell nkrofo won say the mobile lengban. It is a mobile no you pay. No let's start ma men. And to what there. Up put a mutu na me bi come contain them. Sometimes we have to be serious as a country. When you phone there, me NDC into my NDC and yam no me geneti. Me NPP it is NPP adole yan yampa na no so geneti. And no feel mine na you me because of Oman pain no power even the IGP. Can you believe that the party member and the party to do say Ojubana as some portrait ni ebelin. It's you be gun and pay for that. You money that I'm for shooting some no chroma. Me make sure that Oman pain on you to me be them at the party IGP because when you to me be open no you be what am the institution. Me institution is to my energy or my because you are not going to sit down and allow this state opening more do work as well will not happen in Gomwa West. Consider you do be simple because people now you want let to send there. You you say now you back. If you go then you home pa boko. If never you rough you can see about you bro you want come police because just now na me me pe okromo only kaswa and you people more in different places. No way be shame no warrior na yama na otem. Certain member of parliament I him Ghana and bro oh this is wrong mine there look where you kada also there you go to the show and ask the show the tum on the boat to pay it's very sad as a country moment you so entonchai no my Ghana ntum nkwadan me da say
yeah that's so no comment out there ba was he sorry o youth no na bebo Gabriel Suta was he listening to the callers no comments no reading no he will side with Kabila pa honestly emebu no say ansesa adwen ho o man yare oso o man yare na hia change of mind rehabilitation pa anyesa say ya na ye de be say o man no man di say ya na akọ edichum na Tanko Ayuba no say me hwam live e wo Kaso Blue Top Estate vim o say no na wo yi wadwuma no. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. I am for one. Hello, good evening. Oh.
If I try for them, because
I for you we.
Nyamishirao. Afia Pokuaa, mami chami sabankwa yebwa. Our MPP headquarters. Share. Afia Pokuaa miura hu papa ema andisi. Miura hu one road away be kasai. Say, yenche yentu abamendi. Ewa ifa andisi. Afia. Hawa kunsi mibisao. Enya andisi fo ya no mutunasi. Just last 2 weeks, I know Muko Oba, and then this Fubeka or Badia, protecting Bana, or Badia, Omodia Oba. Now say, Semami Wakobadi, Nefia, any party Nachi, Afad, a bit fatica, a bit fat, Piano Trasonachi, Moto, nobody chasing, no many protesting, the same man is full of Mutrasi. No Mupresi, my Yamami Yamuko say, Mammy, where I say, Mammy, and it is what trouble, and Mudin, our Kusiatim, if I told. Aba all comes in the battle on your bema. I don't know about. Say what the woman or bar respect here. I didn't know Bible and says, "I will say, Miss Mammy, we walk no more chasing. No, we have to walk. Mammy, meaning to dodging, sir. Mammy, to me dodging or my to see kind one, Kuri, not the other funny trisu. Say, oh, Kunani, and can't trust it. Nothing. Who and this if we would me trust the customer, you vice. I obey to move Bombardia. Nothing. Mammy, we Findra. Attempted the Modia, Mammy, when I mind this if I would say, and this we are Nipabia. Omo yo mo tisaro mako konte de piaru omo ko so trisu kono so a no mo banana e di su kan kure aka ma mini traffic na se omo kuna wi asra ma be ka so sorry ya tran ya ko MP e de na aki ati me de ma mi na yero wa tutu ambo nipa wa ko nipa no ma woni shota we ya no ti entu ba ma ndisi to fia kwa nyami pangu se ndisi po be power awradi nyakupo
yo Afia da say no comments out there about what or say any on to ma obiasa na Eric Michelson or say on kwado o ye de edi atema ateni ne makacho o send ateni ameme ready what is obi e was say nipa ne tena ho na omomo obi bekum because obi greedy power there omo enye kra nti ende no ano o say everyone say do obi a ebebo ne ho ban pa na chemepel was him we love you ye adwuma no na release Kofi Schledele do also more Belgium and I may enjoy program no sa na blank sejaba was mo any adwuma kese awo ye Michael Stremsai was vim yakopon shamo papa mami senti also was London mami senti Eugene mami say me hwamo pa nanti Cecilia Wilson was vim mo any adwuma kese fra no pa ebesi anadwo say ya na election no ya so be monitor mo sa say de be beti ntema ekoso e wo Ghana Matthew Efa was nanado de ye twa no so beti me bie na no aka ensem efa we say ehun Patrick Ohine Jekum osi mo ene adwuma kese amoye na wo say tutu no sevem enwuma ma onu production team ni nya good evening kese pa e wo adwuma kese amoye abusia na ye de adwumadie no ebesia we ye Gyaso na ye de bro live e wo okay 101.7 FM channel pa ye beto aso ama na mo channel pa ye se kwame committee kese aba na afọ aba be ye na adwuma na ye so ye wo YouTube a ye de adechensoma so ebremu Sambian Alasan wasi efo I like your tree nti efo wanya fan ba kon Sambian Alasan Natania Pia ene ba for asama munya mo so mo hwe a mo se mutumi enya aboche ehwe nyina ede eme free 7 o'clock ena ma join ye sa be sisa bre nyina ede ma sen Yakopon enhwe obia so na fe production team no so Yakopon hwe obia se de ba ade ehia obesan de ababio ne abeto adwuma no eso yera Isaac also de omini producer yera kojo odamiado ene boa no kojo anse ene sound man no monitor bibia ma efrema ene twe to me o Facebook YouTube ene ade enyina ebusuafo Yakopon ya adom ochina yebesan ato aso ebio Gyaso yefrema Afia Pokuaa Yakopon ya adom ochina na afi ato aso ama atafempon o message ka echi o se NDC ni MPP na they must go and register na afi enye boko enye girigiri bia enyumede ye ma good evening nemo sabre enyum pa ne de beta atamo a kosi wani bekum na obeda ade ye chia asan ato aso enyum mo bia good evening